All right.
Somebody else do it.
I think I'm trying to remember what we did last time. Uh,
We
so
got to
we
we got to Neverwinter.
Yeah, we got to Neverwinter. There was some strange undead specter activity going on outside the walls. And then we had Childs introduce us to one of the guards, and we did a little negotiating, just to let them know how serious we were. And then the guard was going to go report to their who's ever in charge there. And then we're kind of waiting for the to get waved
Nice.
over and get in the
Yeah, so they'd
city.
be back in like an hour.
And one question I had is, Caffel a man or a woman?
Uh, Castle is a woman.
It's a woman, and is it? So I've written down as Kaffle, or is it castle, like as in a stone structure?
uh, it's Caffle, like Kathy, but with an L instead of a Y at the end. Does that make sense?
PH.
Kathel.
Caffle.
Caffle.
Got it.
Yes.
I've been writing Caffle.
It's
Caffle.
like castle, but if you had a lisp.
Okay. All right. Fantastic.
Oh, time to cue the music.
The what?
Oh, I got my playlist ready to go. Gets me in the mood.
All right, you do you, man.
All right, thanks for sharing.
So, yeah, I think that's
So you parted ways with the guard who was going to go inside with your offer, and you were waiting for the signal at the empty part of the wall. I think that's
yup.
about it.
I think we were going back to get the rest of the group because I think everyone's coming in
Ricaro stayed
Yep.
back this whole time.
this whole time, but yeah, but we're going back to where we were left you guys, and we're,
Bringing everybody but the
yeah,
horse.
everybody but the horse. Can Horvath, because that's a summon. Is that a summon? His horse?
Yeah,
I think
he
so.
can
Yeah.
dismiss it. Well, I think.
I'm pretty sure he can bring
Well,
it
for
back.
now, Horvath's staying outside.
Yeah,
Uh,
leave Horvath behind. Well, we might need one of his rolls, so maybe we should take him.
yeah. I mean, just
He's coming with in case he shows
yeah.
up.
Yeah, I'll be there. So otherwise, next session when you guys are like inside the city and doing stuff, I don't have to explain a way for him to get back into the city too.
Yeah.
And if I kick your asses too much, I can have him start attacking during the fight.
Well,
All right, so
yeah.
you guys make your way to the empty portion of the wall as guided by whatever his face is.
His name. Oh, his name. Ian, wasn't he Ian or something? Was the guard
Ian Bard.
Ian Bard?
Yeah, but I was talking about Childs.
Childs, yeah, yeah.
Ian Bard, yeah.
I don't
Ian
remember
Bard
this.
the guard. I forgot about Ian Bard. All right, so Childs brings you to the empty portion of the wall, kind of halfway between the two main gates, along the city's southeastern portion of wall. The guard patrols here are pretty sparse, but you do see some passing every so often. Most of the guards are still kind of towards either gate regulating the group of squatters outside the gates, but also recently had drawn to the recent murders outside the west eastern gate. Um, you sit there for about a half hour or so, and you start to notice you notice a torch lit on the wall, like newly placed along the wall, a little out of place being midday, and then after about 5 minutes, you see the torch kind of flares with a green light and a puff of dark smoke. And Childs goes, "Well, we have our answer. Looks like we have a way in." And he starts walking towards the wall.
Hobbling.
Yeah. Oh, he's got his
Not
crutches.
hobbling,
Oh, I
no.
forgot to make the Jimmy token, but yeah, he'll just
He
be
does have crutches now.
cousin Kyle still. Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, you should make a quick Jimmy token.
I don't know if that's
Um.
something
I
that'd
bet
be
that'd
done
be
quickly.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
this
yeah.
is a big map.
Are we in Owlbear?
Yep,
Nice.
this is a large map. um, so you guys get up closer to the wall, and then all of a sudden, a small portion of wall rolls inward, and it is seemingly just solid wall. You would not have noticed any sort of hinges or anything like that. Well, at least not from where you guys were standing. Just opens into a very small chamber with essentially just some drains and a hole with a ladder heading down into the sewers. And in there is a guy that is dressed like one of the guards, but doesn't quite give you the impression of being one of the guards. He's very informal, very slouched. It just kind of looks somewhat unsavory in general. And he says, "Well, I'm Simon, so I guess you guys are the ones coming in."
That is us. Could you please take us to your leader?
Yeah, well, that's what she told me to do. So,
Yeah.
I do have to ask though, how'd you get her to agree? She doesn't let anybody in or out for the past 2 weeks.
Well, we have some very important information, plus a large bag of cash, but also very important information that she will definitely want to hear.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's just a little bit down here through the sewers. Pardon the stench, but it's other than the gates, this is the only way in or out. So, just a little bit, and then up another ladder will be inside the wall. So, and he brings you down. I guess I didn't bring him.
Put him in there.
Oh, the helmet. Yeah, perfect.
I feel like I
He brings
can't
you
move
down.
my
He's
token.
Click off it and then back on it. All right, Nacho, I guess you lead the way.
Well, there's Childs should know where he's going.
yeah. After Childs kind of clambers down the wall, you see Simon see him and say, "Ah, Childs, you made it back. Almost in one piece, I see." And Childs is just like grumbles under his breath a little bit. It's like, "Yeah, Simon, just get us in the city and shut up." So he brings you down the corridor this way.
I'm inquiring in Chikaro. Hoveth.
I just assume they're following.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
know.
coming.
So he gets to this point and he kind of stops along the edge, and he seems pretty cautious as he approaches the edge of the wall and sort of looks out around the wall No, it's not.
Peeks around the corner.
What's the
Yeah.
holdup here, Simon?
You expect
Yeah,
some
well-
trouble, Simon?
Yeah, lots of people going missing down here lately. Believe it or not, this place is kind of used pretty regularly for, the underground elements of the city. But
Ah,
lately, it's been a little bit off limits. So
yeah.
never can be too safe.
Gotta watch out for the riffraff.
How what are the dimensions like in here? Is it just like classic sewer?
What do you want? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm thinking I
like-
wanna.
I think he's thinking
Yeah,
like
we don't
Ninja
have, like-
Turtles. Like, are you thinking Ninja Turtles is classic sewer?
Are we standing upright or are we like crouched?
Yeah, like what are
Uh,
the like the physical dimensions of the space we're in? Like how tall is it? How wide is it? Like how
Yeah, so the walkway is about 5 feet across, so like enough for one person, two if you're like kind of squeezing by one another. And the water portion doesn't seem super deep, but it also doesn't look like anything you'd want to be walking in.
how what about the ceiling? How
is-
high up does it go?
It's probably about like 8 feet or so, so comfortable for you guys to walk. Are you asking for Pidgeot's
I
purposes?
am. 'Cause I think
Um,
last time I summoned him, I used the owl archetype, so she can see in the dark, which I'm assuming it's dark. To
Yeah.
have her just keep her eyes out, head on a swivel.
We got our
Yeah,
necklaces.
she
Yeah.
could fly. She could fly through here, but it would be a little bit difficult. There's not too many places for her to
No
like
vantage points
land.
either.
A
So I
lot,
guess
yeah.
I'll have Pidgeot perch on my shoulder and just keep an eye out with her owl eyes.
And like, should anyone want to reach her, it wouldn't be too difficult since the ceiling's not too high. And then Simon just says, "All right, we're gonna take a little bit of a roundabout, but mostly just for footings purposes. So follow me this way." He seems a little bit on edge, but you can tell he's been through these areas many times as he goes. He confidently
Reminding
walks
the people
path.
with the multiple units that you can also select more than one at a time now.
Do you know how to do that?
The rope underneath the hand.
The rope
Drag across the
underneath
ones you're
hand.
selecting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so someone move Horvath for me.
Alright, I got Horvath.
You should lasso me with him and move me.
No,
I
Someone
you're,
like
can't.
you're actually
Eevee,
here.
Zed, Pidgeot.
Yeah, but I can't move my guy.
Oh,
Like I've
okay.
tried so many times.
Fair enough.
There was one. Or was that you?
That was me moving
Oh,
you.
there we go.
I got you.
Wait, wouldn't
Now we're
okay, so I selected them.
Shit.
how do you turn the rope off?
Click
How
outside
do you
of
move
the.
Yeah.
them? Alright,
grab
so
them
they're
as
all
a group.
circled.
Yeah, highlight them like it's a video game, and you want to move all your units at once.
There we go. I figured it out, guys.
It's not the smoothest operation, but it's better than it used to
Oh,
be.
but I can't. You can't.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
It's
It's not a good system.
It works, okay?
Oh, actually, he brought you guys the wrong way. Clearly, is not very comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Back
Well, I
up.
was just gonna say Simon must be very brave to have come down here by himself to come get us. I mean, now he's he's got the league to protect him in case he gets jumped by any
He's actually brought you across this way. Sorry. He seems fairly confident, but you can tell he's a little bit uncomfortable, and it is just trying to get this over with. Roll an insight check.
All of us, or just
It's Nacho. He's the one closest behind him. 13.
Or he wouldn't have noticed anything anyways.
You get the feeling that he is maybe a little bit anxious. At first, you were wondering whether or not he was afraid or if he was just kind of pissy about drawing the short straw and having to do this like grunt work.
Hmm. Seem a little on edge there, Simon. Is everything okay?
Well, there was the attacks outside the city, and like I said, some people have been going missing down here. So
Hmm.
I just don't want to stay longer than we have to. But
Fair enough.
the way up's around the corner soon.
Well, no, we're the League of Friends. We're pretty strong.
God damn it,
Yeah,
Brian.
up until about just a couple of days ago, I would say there's nothing to worry about down here other than the rats. But
Ah.
How big are these
Do
rats?
you yeah. Are you talking rat-sized people, like people-sized rats, or you get money of those around here?
just it's a city. They get pretty big, but
Am I ignoring this?
so as you guys pass that section there, you do see it's sort of like just a stash of goods, mostly weapons. Nothing particularly exciting, but you see a couple spears, a couple short swords, some crossbows, some crossbow bolts, arrows, bows, just sort of.
Leave them in
And,
good enough condition that we should grab them and sell them.
I don't know.
No.
Carl, make sure to stock up on arrows.
Too much weight. But yeah, I'm pretty full on arrows right now. I just stocked up last session.
it's mostly, and then the rest of it was just like traveler's gear for the most part, just like packs and some rations and things like that. It's just sort of a readying point for anybody leaving the city. All right. So as you head up this way, you see another ladder similar to the one that you came through. Simon starts climbing up the ladder, and he gets to the top, and there's a pretty heavy metal grate over the top of it. And he starts pushing on it, and you see him go, what the fuck? Steiny! Steiny! And he starts banging on the grate with his dagger. From above, you hear another voice, and he, actually, you hear another voice, and it apparently Steiny, but you can't see any person up there. And you hear Simon go, "The fuck, Steiny? Open it up. Cathel's waiting for these gentlemen." And you hear Steiny just go, Cathel said to go around, to go up through the brewery instead. And Simon goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not staying down here any longer than we have to." And Steiny says, those are the orders. She said not opening this up for anybody. Simon just goes, fucking, which way should we go? And Steiny says, "The fuck, I don't know my way down there. You decide."
Nacho would ask Simon, what's the issue here, bud?
And he climbs back down the ladder, just like mumbling to himself, and he says, "Fucking change of plans, I guess. it's more direct, I suppose, but I don't know why she's making us go the long way through here.
What building are we under right now, Simon?
This is just an alleyway,
Ah,
one of the back alleys in the city. But well, Cathal owns the entire block, so essentially it's her city, her city block. But
oh,
there's a
well,
underground brewery underneath her tavern that, well, now not in use, but would bring us directly to her. I don't know why she wants us to go that way instead, but
would your friend open that grate for say 10 gold, perhaps?
I'm not putting up that kind of cash. But if you want to try, go for it.
Oh, you what? I mean,
Nacho, sorry, Drakara would approach Nacho and say, "Do you
what's
need help pushing open that door?"
I don't
Or
think
that
we want to.
grate?
I don't think we want to brute force it, Dracaro. I think the issue is that the gentleman guarding it is under strict orders. It sounds like from what I heard overhearing that conversation,
Ah,
that he's not supposed
should
to open
bribe
it.
him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm considering offering him 10 gold
Yeah.
from my own pocket here.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
There's something not right about these sewers. Let's try to
Yeah,
get out of here.
Simon. I mean, I'll give you 10 gold to hook this guy up. He'll probably be confused if I just kind of climb up the ladder. And I mean, I guess I suppose I could try. That might actually, you know what? Nacho would climb up with ready to.
Do you have any rings on that you could like knock on the metal grate with like a metal ring, like ding ding ding?
I have 2 rings on. Yeah, I mean, Nacho would pop up and he would say, hello there, friend.
Yeah. Who's that?
Well, my name is Mr. Kensington, and your friend Simon here is escorting me and my friends to meet Cathal. And, it would be pretty awesome if you would let us up this way. I understand that you're under some orders not to let people up this ladder. What would you say would maybe say 7 gold change 7 gold coins maybe change the situation?
Well, yeah, at a better day, I'd say yes, but Cathal would fucking kill me.
Well, maybe 10 gold. Brand new,
And
freshly minted.
protection.
I mean, I know you guys are new here, but you'll find it hard to pay off any Cathal's men. She's got most of us by the balls.
Well,
Tell him there's a dragon down here that he's gonna have to deal with.
I'm not.
Far worse than this Cathal lady.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
a smart.
I don't think
idea
this is an
today.
option, so.
Nacho, as you're talking to him, he's not showing himself to you. And make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, this is like like you could see up, like great. I was thinking it was
Ooh.
more of like a manhole cover that he couldn't move.
I mean, there's only like small.
So what does an 8 get me? What does an 8 get me?
He gets it.
Yeah. Can I see his feet?
Nacho trips and falls down the ladder.
Yeah.
Can you clarify how big these holes or slits are?
Like arrow sized, maybe?
No, Quarian, I was thinking like small animal size. You can get up there and
Oh yeah, I totally could.
yeah, I know.
There's another exit.
There's there.
We don't like to play by the rules, Morty. We like to break them.
It's kind of like a storm drain on the side of the road. So the holes are probably like
So like in it.
2 to 3 inch squares.
Yes.
I mean, if we can see through the grate, I could teleport all of us up there.
We don't
But that
we
seems like a
don't
poor
want to do
idea.
that. Yeah, we're
An
playing by the
alleyway.
rules. We're on someone else's turf here. We're playing by the rules, boys.
I
Look,
don't want to make a
Alright,
bad
lead-
first impression on this.
Yeah.
this lady.
Lead the way, Lord Kensington.
So Nacho, you do see his feet off to the edge of the drain.
Yeah.
The only thing you pick up that's a little bit off is that the drain cover seems to be wet, but the ladder you're on is not, and the entire time you've been talking to him, his feet haven't moved.
Okay.
Simon, buddy, you know this guy up there?
Yeah,
Pretty good. You pretty
Danny.
good friends with him?
He's a bit of an asshole, but an all right dude.
Is there something that only he would know? Like is there like a fear that he has, or any secret that he's told you that only he would know? Inside joke,
yeah.
maybe?
Odd question, but wait, you don't trust him?
Drakaro, are you trying to get Simon to betray his friend after beating us for 5 minutes?
No.
No.
What if
Yeah.
it's his friend?
Well, you
Tr-
could ask.
not,
We
but
have
I'm not.
suspicions, is all we're saying.
Yeah, this seems odd. Like, why would he not let you up?
We could.
He knows it's you.
Hey, Morty, want to go explore the sewers while they talk?
Well, he says he's got orders, but
Waiting for the rest.
if Cathal doesn't want us coming up here, there's probably a reason. But I guess we could ask him the passphrase if he knows the response.
Oh, the
Just move me,
passphrase.
Morty, so I don't grab you.
Excellent.
While
You
you guys
better
are
confirm.
talking, Quarian wanders off.
Typical.
Wanders off and goes over
Yeah,
here.
do this passcode thing, and then we'll move on if nothing cool happens.
All right. So who's gonna ask him this? Do you want Simon to
I
do
will.
it, or do you want to?
It wouldn't be
wanna do it
awkward. What
yourself?
is Simon? I don't know. Yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. Simon, ask him. Jakar would say, Simon, ask him to confirm the orders with the passcode.
Yeah,
whatever.
not a bad idea, I suppose. But if he has orders, he's probably not gonna change anything. So you hear him call up I don't have a passcode made up, but he calls up a phrase, and Steiny calls back with a response, and you see Simon go a little bit like tense up and maybe get a little flush for a second, and then climb back down the ladder. And he whispers to you guys, it's a code, but it's a little bit old. It's from a few days ago.
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out.
Mm. So do you? I mean,
All of that.
so this is like a situation where normally you would have like Simon roll to see if, but like, is that like a thing? Can Simon roll to like if he perceives like anything off, like because he got an old, like, because based on his reaction, it sounds like, yeah.
Something's
He
fishy.
seems
Yeah.
suspicious of it.
Like, I want to say, like, hey, Simon, if you want us to go up there and just sort of, I'll have my dragon friend here just bust open that grate and we'll just SWAT style breach this thing. But then it's like, yeah, I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, well,
It might be,
I mean,
if
if,
we're gonna break
if
it, I think we should instead have Flareon just teleport all of us up there instead.
yeah, if it's locked, I don't think we're forcing through. But I mean, giving an older code is not indicative of anything in particular,
Hmm.
other than he should know the new
Well,
code, unless
See,
he's been.
Nacho, something's
let's
off.
let's
This wasn't part of
consult
the plan.
before we do
Simon left
anything.
not too long ago to come get us and bring
Yeah.
us here. What?
Nacho weighs over Morty.
What's up?
Well, so currently we can't get up this ladder because the man guarding it is under orders not to open it for anyone. Something seems a little fishy here. Mr. Simon just he said some kind of passphrase to the guy, and he said he gave him an old one. So, and he kind of had this. He kind of looked a little sketched out when he came back down the ladder. So, Jacaro's thinking
Man,
we just try to
my
go up.
my
you know,
Drago sense is going off.
his
Something's off here.
yeah.
I see two scenarios here. One, we're being set up, or
Yes.
two, this guy is just fucking drunk and hasn't been paying attention.
Okay.
Something's off here, Morty.
We need your wisdom.
Well, I mean, we continue on and try to spring the trap, or I don't know. This is a tough one.
Hey, do you guys have a way up there?
Possibly.
I mean, I think our way up just wandered off.
Yeah,
And he
I
doesn't
wanted
know
off,
about
you can,
he doesn't know about any of this.
You can get him
I
back.
left Pidgeot behind so that you could send her to come get me if you needed to while I go explore.
Okay.
Morty looks to the bird and says, "Go get your master."
Yeah. Does anyone speak bird?
Pidgeot looks at Morty,
Jakaro
cocks her head,
doing?
chirps, and then flies off to go get Quarion.
Yeah. Quarion wandering around the sewer, which has already been designated as sketchy.
Morty turns to
Sketchy
Simon and is
grounds?
like, "She's going to get the knife ears."
Yeah. Okay. Just a moment here, Simon. Our
No
way
offense,
up.
says to Nacho.
Yeah.
Oh, hey fellas, just just checking out the sights,
Yeah.
checking out this beautiful sewer that this wonderful city has. Didn't find anything fun.
Jakaro would run over to Quarion. Be like, "Where'd you go? I need you.
I was just exploring, man.
Need your
Nothing
assistance."
bad ever happens when one of us goes off on their own, so I figured it would be okay.
All right, now listen up. We're trapped down here, and something sketchy's going on.
Well, I thought we had a way out. What
yeah,
happened to
well,
Simon and his ladder, his
exactly.
way out?
He's being told, the guy up there is being told not to let anyone up all of a sudden. Simon didn't know about this. And the guy, get this, had the old passcode. Not even the right
The
one.
old passcode.
Yeah.
Did it at least check out?
Old one did, but not the new one.
Well, that's,
So Simon's a little perturbed about it. But I think
Simon,
something's going on.
how old were your orders?
They were just a few days.
Well, this is suspicious.
Yeah, I think we should
Roy
go
looks
up
up at
there.
the grate and sees
check
that
it out.
that he can see through into the room. Like, well, if we need to, my friend here can teleport the lot of us up there. The only problem is, whatever's in that room is going to take damage.
Send me, coach.
The weakest party member.
Wait, is that how?
Yeah,
it
but
works?
I'd fuck it up if it's. Then I'd unlock the grate and let everybody up.
Can you do it one person at a time?
No, never mind. Yes, as long as we don't trigger initiative.
What happens is it's whatever when you
Oh.
teleport, it's where where you teleport from would take damage, not
Yeah.
where we're going.
Yeah, I just looked, so we're fine.
Yeah, I feel like this was it his name Stymie?
Steiny.
Steiny. I feel like Steiny's got a knife to his throat right now.
Well, let's save
We
him
have-
then.
Yeah.
Either way,
Ready.
something's off, and I think we should go up. That's my vote.
All right.
Well, um, if he's compromised, then we should go. If he's not, then we'll have some explaining to do to Cathal.
I mean, we're going
Listen,
up there.
If it really
Yeah.
is just him, then we'll figure out what to do.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
just
we're
zoom
going up with good intentions here, Simon. We think
Tell you
I
what,
think your
Simon, I'll
guy's
make a
got a
deal
knife
with
to his
you.
throat right now, and this is we need to save him.
And I'll make a deal with you. If we go up
I'd-
and it's just your buddy up there and this whole story checks out, I'll come back down and we'll pretend none of this happened and we'll continue on. But
I'd
something's
rather-
going on.
I'd rather not go through these fucking sewers either. So, I'm with you guys. As long as you tell
See,
Cathal
Simon's
that
with us.
it was not my idea.
All right. So you sure you want to go up first, Ricaro?
We should
Well, I'll
bring the whole group.
We can do go all at once. Is
Yeah.
that
How many can you teleport?
Quarion? He's probably having internet troubles.
Let's
Trying
take
to
a peek
plug
at
that
his character
Ethernet into
sheet.
the- into
Yeah.
the phone
I think he
jack.
said he can like I think he can only do one at a time, but if like he puts one up there and like initiative is a thing, then
I think it's
He's
more
a-
than one.
I want to say it's like 6 or something. It's
oh wow,
kinda-
at one time.
Yeah,
So
I think
okay.
it's like 6, maybe even like ridiculous, like
Oh, it's
10.
just an area?
Trying to find
Is
it
it
out
just
here.
based off an area?
Yeah, we just got to be close to him. Trying to see.
Yeah, as long as they're like within 10 feet or something like that.
Well, I guess I'm just saying I'm not volunteering like anyone who doesn't want to go up. I
Yeah.
guess is what I'm saying. But I'm willing to go up. If
Oh
anyone
yeah,
wants to come
Nacho.
with
I mean,
me, they're
Nacho will
willing.
go up, and if shit's gone bad, he'll just
Corian
go
would be
invi-
going up
he'll
with,
just go invisible.
Dracarys, too.
What's your deal with your ability? Can you get us all up there?
Everybody.
It's
As long
each
as-
willing
Yeah, everyone.
creature,
Yeah.
as long
Anyone
as
who's
you're
touching
within
Flareon.
50
You
feet.
basically just have to touch her. Just like go in a circle and touch her.
And is that Eevee? Is Eevee Flareon?
Huddle up, boys.
Yeah, I'd have to
Yeah.
activate her.
Come
I mean, you have to evolve her before she becomes
Yeah.
Flareon.
come touch us with your
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Hold on. I'm trying on my sister's
Get
wedding
ready,
suit while
Touch his
I'm doing all this
Pokeball.
too.
You're doing what?
My sister's wedding is a couple weeks and the suit just came, so I'm trying that on. So I am like
Take a break from
way
this.
overdressed for this D&D
Like
game.
an
so I'm wearing
hour?
a suit right now.
Why can't that wait till like
oh my
after
god.
D&D?
But I need to make sure it fits because I gotta be able to send
'Cause
it back
if
in
it
tomorrow.
doesn't, he's got to run to the
Are we-
tailor right now.
Send it
Okay.
back tonight.
All right, guys, just wait, okay? He's trying on a suit.
I can multitask. God damn, is it hot wearing a suit?
No sympathy.
All right, everyone.
Tricolo
buckle
readies
up.
his bow. Seemingly, so when he
Yeah, let's
reappears,
all-
he's gonna be like ready to go.
Morty shrugs and he's
They're,
like, "Well, I guess this is happening."
Yeah.
If there actually is a knife to that guy's throat, Dracarys, get ready to like snipe
Yeah.
that guy behind him to save him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got dead shot
Morty's got his rope ready.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, good call.
Beam us
This
up,
guy's not
Flareon.
gonna know what happened.
James is like, "Fuck, I didn't have a map for this."
I mean, maybe a little bit looking for a map. But...
I mean, if it's
I
just
don't
like
know,
a
I wasn't gonna stonewall you if you guys wanted to find a way through. You
yeah,
can
if
find
it
a way
like
through.
even if it's just like blank canvas, and we can just draw in the lines of where like things are.
I mean, I honestly don't need a map. It's fine. No spoilers though. Ready to teleport?
Yeah, we all go.
This
is it.
Everyone's in for
This is how it ends.
hands in the circle. Boys.
This is how it
Touch
is.
Quarion's pet.
All right. So you guys all crowd around Quarion and Eevee, and Childs like grabs on, and then Simon's like, we just touch this thing, or
Yeah, don't be shy.
Yeah, just put a hand on it.
Just watch out.
Yeah.
Unless you want to stay in the
I mean,
sewers.
is it? But it's on fire.
Hey, listen, your
alright.
choice. If you want to
Oh,
stay in the sewers, you
don't-
can.
Don't grab the part that's on fire.
Alright. And so he like hesitantly puts his hand on it. You guys teleport up to the far side of the grate from where Nacho saw the feet. You look around, you're in a semi-spacious alleyway. There's some there's some crates and some things scattered around. You take a second to survey the scene, and then your eyes fall on a man sitting in a chair next to the grate, and he is dead. He is his throat is slit. He's sitting in the chair. There's some blood mixing with some water coming down the alleyway and going down into the drain. But he is sitting there, not moving. He does look like he's drained. He's not like actively bleeding at this moment, so it looks like he's been dead for a little while.
And we don't see the person we were talking to.
Well, with that, Simon says, "Holy fuck, that's Steiny. He's dead.
But we were just talking to him.
I fucking know that."
I'm talking to him now.
Dang. Is he Morty, check to see if he's like full dead.
Full dead.
Yeah.
All right. I'll have a look. Seems pretty dead to me.
Do you want to like roll a medicine or something?
Already done.
Oh, sorry.
All good.
So you notice basically what I first described, just that he has had his throat slit. He looks like he's been in this chair for a while, so the blood around his neck is mostly clotted, and it's pretty well soaked into his clothes. There's a little bit kind of dripping, but the stuff that's on the ground, it's not really moving anymore. It's like it's been that way for a little while now. If you had to guess, at least several hours.
This guy's been dead as a doornail for hours, Morty says.
But we were just talking to him.
Yeah, who the
Not
fuck
him.
were you talking to?
Whoever did this, and he points to his throat.
Well, shoot.
Something's going on here.
Yeah.
Morty
told
looks
you.
around.
This well,
So
I-
looking around, you see the grate on the ground. There's several locks on each side of it. All of them have keys in them, but the keys have been snapped off.
okay. Well, I was now that we see this, I mean, I myself have the ability to like, I can I can make myself appear as someone I'm not, and I can talk like them. So maybe whoever did this also has that ability.
I don't know if we have time for that, Nacho.
I'm not saying I
you're
want to
just
do
saying-
it. I'm
okay, I
saying
see.
that whoever did this can use disguise self.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're dealing with here.
I suspect they're going to get more of their friends, so we should probably make moves, unless we want to get surrounded.
Yeah. Let's
Simon says there's usually another spotter at each location. Somebody should have been watching him.
That's not good.
Well,
I mean,
Your
that
whole thing
means
could be
they're dead
compromised.
somewhere.
where do we go from here, Simon?
You don't know a way around.
I think we should head to Cathel's, let her know what happened. At very least get somebody to watch this.
Yeah,
Alright.
where's Cathals?
This way, and he starts walking you out of the alleyway and towards the main road.
Dracarlo would ask, "Are we going to the brewery?"
Well, we're gonna go to our tavern now, but
That's where that person told us they wanted us to go.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we shouldn't
the
go there
brewer-
then.
The brewery is underground. It's her illegal brewery in the sewers.
Like I was saying, boys, there's probably a trap there.
Yeah, I agree.
Cathal might be in danger.
Guess we have no other choice to go check it out. Find out ourselves.
Let's you know,
Yeah, I mean, somebody's either setting up you guys or setting up Cathal.
hopefully not us. But there could be
Alright.
somebody after us. He looks to Nacho.
You guys are. Hold on. You can ignore anything outside the city walls, like all those farms and stuff. Well, I guess some of them are there, but they're all abandoned now. So you guys are here. The top of the map is east, so the
All right.
murder camp that you guys came across.
Got ourselves a whodunit.
Somewhere over here.
Over here. This is the eastern gate is at the top. So this is where you entered the wall. You came out of the sewers in this alleyway between these buildings here. Where I just put the yellow triangle. And he brings you down a couple of turns. Nacho, make a perception check.
Fitting.
15.
Yeah.
You see, as you guys are moving along, you see a couple marks down some of the alleyways that are in thieves' cant. As far as you can tell, it seems to be mostly marking the boundaries of a territory. You don't recognize there's like a symbol that you see over and over again. Your best guess is it's Cathal's sign or the indicator for her group. You do see at a couple of the junctures another symbol that you don't recognize. And you do also notice that as Simon is bringing you, he does at a couple points make a couple gestures to seemingly random people on the street. But you recognize that he's probably signaling to them that, well, who you are and granting or gaining yourselves safe passage. Without any complications, you do make it to Cathal's Tavern.
Are there any
which-
windows?
The tavern?
Yeah.
So I'll move the marker. It's sort of a triangular building. This one right here. It's got entrances in several different alleys. He brings you to what seems like a back entrance. There's not many windows on this side. Most of them are kind of like smudged out with like charcoal, so they're a little bit tough to see through.
Oh.
But you also recognize that this is probably the backside of the establishment, so they weren't going for open windows or anything like that. They weren't trying to make it very hospitable on this side of the building. Excuse me. I guess I
So
can-
does Simon do some kind
Inventory
of secret knock or
check, like,
something?
second.
Yeah, so he does. He gets to the door. There's one or two people in the alleyway. They seem at first glance to just be milling about, or one of them looks sort of like a homeless man. But you do recognize that they're all keeping a close eye on you as you go. So probably working for Cathal. And he does a little knock, nothing too fancy, but somebody comes to the door pretty quickly and lets you in. And they go, it's about fucking time. It took you guys long enough to get here. Did you get lost in the sewers or something? What's up? Simon says, well, fucking Steiny's dead, so I think Cathal wants to know about that. I'm looking for a good tavern map for you guys. And a guy just goes, "No shit." That guy, well, he got what was coming for him, I guess. But I'm kidding. He didn't really deserve that. He's all right.
Damn.
Cold.
Yeah.
Well, our line of work, it tends to happen more than we would like. All right, well, come in. I'll let Cathal know. These are the ones that we're coming to meet with her. And Simon goes, "Yeah, these are the ones." I'm gonna go get a drink while Cathal talks to you guys. And he kind of heads through one of the doors towards the main portion of the tavern. These maps are great. All right, well, I guess we'll theater of the mind this.
Yeah, I assumed that because it'd probably be weird if like the whole group like went into the meeting. Like I assume it's like a tavern and then she's got like a back like office or something. Like
it's a tavern and an inn, so the second story is an inn.
yeah.
They bring you in through the back door. There's a storage room at first, where they're kind of just full of goods, food, and otherwise. Takes you down a small hallway. There's a couple closed doors that seem kind of small, likely more storage. Bring you into a back room with a staircase, and actually bring you up to the second floor, and through a hallway of several small doors that are likely guest rooms. You see a couple of what appear to be working women, talking in low tones with a couple patrons in the hallway. And he brings you to a back room with from the outside just looks like another door to another bedroom. And as he opens it up, it actually opens up to a pretty large chamber with a large meeting table, pretty finely decorated. So they bring you into this room right here. Enough seats for everyone to sit down. It is currently empty.
Hey, Morty, the pants have to be sent back in to be altered. So good thing I tried them on right when I got them.
Cool.
How long have you been waiting for that?
A year and a half. The wedding got delayed several times because of COVID.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I ordered this suit
Also,
over a year ago.
hopefully they get it back to you. Yeah. So the guy that brought you up here is just like, can I get you guys anything? I can have somebody send up a round of drinks, or Kath was pretty busy, but she did seem kind of eager to meet you guys. Also, I think there's a little bit of a payment that's due before she's gonna come meet with you.
And
Oh, she's gonna pay us for helping out.
well, I assume we'll be getting this money back anyway, boys. So we'll just we'll what was the agreed upon? It was like
Morty hands a
one,
couple gemstones.
yeah,
It was like 40 a
100
person.
gold and a couple gemstones.
yeah.
somewhere.
We'll yeah, we'll
Ian Bard said.
yeah. Just
Just gonna write it
Yeah.
down. -2 gemstones and $100, right? Something like
yeah.
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, give him the money.
Should So we got. Should we send Horvath and Toby to the like the actual bar tavern area while we do this meeting?
Up to you, I guess. Morty just sits down in the chair and puts his feet up on the table.
Okay. So yeah, I would Nacho would say to Toby and Horvath, why don't you two go check things out out at the tavern, make sure everything's all right in there while we Jakaro, Morty, Quarion, and I meet with this woman. That way we and we'll report. We'll all report back with each other, and should probably
Yeah, keep an eye on the basement. Let us know if anything goes wrong down there. Come grab us.
and
I forgot to tell you guys that Childs did come up with you guys.
oh yeah. Childs
Did or
Boom.
didn't?
He did.
Did.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's got to back up our
Introduce us.
story on how
Yeah.
my name's Childs.
Jakaro is gonna lean
Alright.
up against the wall.
All right. Yeah. Jakaro, you look cool. Morty, will probably.
I haven't sat in an armchair in weeks.
Should I sit in the?
Yeah, actually, Jakaro would like be peeking in all the whatever like cabinets or stuff, like not like stealing anything, but like looking like he
And
would be.
then Quarion is here. We just,
He's trying on
Yes, I am
pants.
here.
okay. Well,
Now I'm trying to get the pants back in the goddamn
Oh.
suit bag.
Yeah, it's super important. I know. Let me know when you finish.
Jakaro, roll an investigation check.
14.
All right. Let's see, what would you notice here? It's the room's pretty nicely adorned. Not having spent much time in super high society, things aren't super flashy, but you can tell that they're all very made with high quality. Seems like maybe the person is interested in function just as much as they are in showing off their money.
Presentation.
You notice a couple things on some of the shelves that don't quite. They just seem a little bit out of place. For the most part, things are just kind of I don't know. It's more like a formal like sitting room and dining room. But a couple of the bookcases and things like that have just some baubles that seem foreign to you, sort of um, decorations from like other parts of the country that you've never come across before.
Fascinating.
With that, you hear the door open, and one of the women that you saw in the hallway comes in with a tray of drinks for you guys. Starts passing them out one at a time. It gives you guys sort of flirtatious little smiles and looks as she gives you guys your drinks and goes around the table.
Morty smirks, looks up and down, and it says, "Thank you, lass."
She just sort of giggles and shyly continues to go around the room.
Nacho looks at Childs' reaction to see if he recognizes the lady. Like if
yes, roll an insight check.
Hmm.
A 9.
Morty's like, I already forgot about the guy who got murdered. He's just happy to be here.
Yeah, it's like finally.
Or it's like, very nice, how much?
Yeah. Childs seems. Yeah, you can't really tell why, but he seems uncomfortable. You can't tell if he's just nervous.
Hmm.
For being here in general, if maybe he's just not very good with women, as this attractive woman is
I
passing drinks out
suspect
around the room.
I suspect this is our host.
Are we just
before
are we in like a
board,
tavern now? Where are we?
Yeah, you're in the second floor of Cathel's Tavern, which is the inn
We're
portion.
up in the inn, like a
Before-
dining room.
before she leaves, like as soon as Morty got handed his beer, he immediately chugs it, and then before she leaves, he's like,
Jakara,
"Miss, can you make sure you bring another for me, please? It's been a long travel for us."
Caro does not drink his.
Yeah, Nacho's not
Stares at it.
I mean, Nacho would hold it up with like a smirk as like, like a thanks, but then he's just kind of like not gonna,
Not gonna
Morty
do
already
it.
chugged his.
yeah.
Yeah,
I just,
Jakaro's on edge.
well, I wanted to
Hilarious.
see,
Or Corian would have taken a couple sips just because he's dumb.
well, yeah, the reason I wanted to see Childs' reaction was because like if this was like,
One of the people who killed the guard.
one of the people kill a guard, or if it's the person we're here to meet, Cathal, like, so that's why I think that's,
Okay.
So after she passes out all the drinks and Morty requests another, as she's handing Drakaro her drink, she says, Dragonborn, we don't get many of you around here. And just kind of gives you a shy smile and walks over here. She puts down the tray, and you see she kind of not tenses up, but you see her demeanor sort of change, and she turns around and says, Master Dwarf, I'll have one of my ladies come back in a second and bring up another round. But you'll forgive me if I don't serve another. And she works her way to the head of the table and sits down. Nacho.
I meant no offense.
yeah. Nacho would hand, Nacho would give his beverage to Morty, seeing as Morty's very thirsty, and Nacho.
Morty waves it off. He's like, I appreciate it, but I'll just wait.
He
He feels embarrassed now.
Yeah.
She does have a drink for herself, and she sits down. Morty, you drank it. It is a pretty good ale. not the best you've had, but certainly not bad.
How does it
Um,
compare to Morty's Magnificent?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with Morty's ale? Is that like done?
Yeah, it's complete.
All right.
Awesome.
Does he have to roll to see if it's good, or do we just assume like it's
We already
like
did
the
that.
No,
Oh,
we
okay.
already, yeah, I did his brewing rolls already. So, yeah, it came out pretty good if I recall. He rolled
When I sat
decently
down, I
well.
took off my keg and put it in front of me, so it'll be a talking point eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I got that in my thing.
All right, he says, well, gentlemen, my dragon friend, please take a seat. I believe we have some business to discuss.
Jakaro very slowly and
Yeah.
reluctantly makes his way to the chair.
Take a seat, Tricaro.
You see, Childs is pretty uncomfortable during this process and relaxes slightly when you sit down. He seems to fear and respect her at the same time. And she
Jakaro would look at Childs and say, "Loosen up, kid. Relax."
Yeah, I suppose I should be happy we're back in the city. But, and she kind of leans forward and smiles at Childs and says, "Ah, Childs, you made it back. I thought for sure when you left with that what's his name? Atham character, that you weren't gonna be coming back to Neverwinter anytime soon. I heard you were gonna be working for Halia." And you see as she says this, he gets pretty uncomfortable and starts to stutter a little bit and say, "Well, I didn't know that Atham had a business with Halia when we left. Well, as you know, the business is hurting since the regent shut down the city. I was just looking for money, anything I could get at the time. I didn't know he was gonna work for her."
Jakaro scoffs and goes, "Ha, Halia, that wench."
Yes, my dragon friend, I agree. She is quite the wench, as you put it. That's,
I really want her to be like, Hallie is actually my sister.
yeah.
What's
nothing.
what's this lady's name?
This is
Apple.
Cathal. In my experience, though, there's nothing wrong with a wench. That's actually how I started. But
Oh, of course, yeah.
I believe I'm at a loss, though. I know our friend. Oh man, I'm really blanking on names tonight. What's your formal name, Nacho?
Government name or my
your
my
governor.
quote? Oh, Lord Randall Kensington the
Well,
Third.
Kensington. I don't know why I couldn't come up with that. I know there's a Kensington among you, but other than that, I believe maybe some introductions are in order.
And Nacho, he like I don't know, raises his hand. He says, "Yes, I am Mr. Kensington. Some people in these lands know me as Lord Randall Kensington the Third. But
Jakaro stands up quickly and abruptly and puffs his chest out and says, "And I'm Jakaro. I'm here to sworn protect Lord Kensington." And then he sits back down.
Very
yes,
admirable.
thank you, Drakaro. This is points at Quarion. This is Quarion of the Swamp Elves. He is a
Free Snickers.
I need
and
to come up with a name for my swamp instead of just being like, yeah, Corian from the swamp.
From
Yes.
the swamp.
and
The Valiant Mists. That's the name of my swamp.
and I picture you guys like he's like nodding, just like does like a nod after your introduction there, and then Morty into my left ear. This is Morty of the Hill Dwarfs.
Morty goes from sitting with his feet on the table, stands up, and gives a formal bow. He's like, "Nice to meet you, miss."
Oh, some manners. That's nice.
Yes, we've done quite a bit of adventuring recently, and uh, we came across an abandoned logging camp a few days ago, and found your friend Childs inside. He was quite badly hurt. They apparently, as he'll tell you, they had been attacked by these giant bug creatures, which we ended up taking care of. And Childs began telling me this story about him being hired by a man named Atham, or working for a man named Atham under orders from Halia. Um, and there's a couple problems with his story about that. You see, I know an Atham, and the person Childs described did not sound like the person I know, and also he had this document, and did Childs still have that document, or does Nacho? Okay, so
I think you had it. I think he gave it to you.
yeah, and Nacho pulls out this document that was signed by Atham, and I happen to know that the signature on this paper is a forgery. So whoever Childs was working with was not, I believe, was not the actual Atham. So that's how we. I just want to let you know that's how we came across Childs here, and yeah.
We nursed him back to health.
It looks like you did a fine job.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Got him some crutches here, Drakaro. Crutches.
Childs, what do you have to say about this story? And he just says, yeah, it's all true. We went down to Vandalen, and first thing Atham did was bring us to Halia to take a job. I swear I didn't know we'd be working for, and seemed like a straightforward job other than having to go into those woods. But there were enough of us. We weren't too worried. We just had to deliver a cart. We got there and the camp was empty and we couldn't find anyone. And all of a sudden we were ambushed by giant beetle things that were spraying acid all over the place. And Atham just took off and said he was going to head back here and wait for Kensington. Goes, interesting.
Wait, what did he say?
Liked him. What?
What did he say about Kensington?
He was waiting for him.
He was waiting for him. Oh.
Or was gonna come here to wait for him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he came to Neverwinter to wait for Kensington to show up. All right.
Yep.
Well.
And then we ran into some trouble on the way here too, right, Nacho?
And we ran into trouble a lot. Like, which specific event are you talking about? The dead guy.
Yeah. I think
Yes.
I think this. Yeah.
I've been informed of this. Yeah, well, I have men looking into it as we speak, but for now we're gonna not use that entrance into the sewers, and well, I've kind of shut down our smuggling into and out of the city anyways. You guys were the last exception, so until we have it sorted out, I don't think I'm gonna be letting anybody go through our passages out of the city, and till we figure things out. But this Atham character is he was questionable from the get-go. Although in our line of business we tend to attract a few like that, so I didn't question it too much. He arrived shortly before the city was locked down, and took some side jobs here and there for various groups among the city. He was well, mostly hung around across town. I did get word that he arrived here a couple days back. happened to be right around the same time that the undead started becoming a little more active in the area. And the same time, the sewers became much less reliable.
And
I haven't.
ask
What?
her what Atham looked like.
What what
I'll
does
already
Atham
deal with
look
that.
like? Yeah.
Well, he was a slightly older gentleman, no hair. Other than that, well, he was almost built for our profession. He was very nondescript. He seemed to fit in pretty much anywhere he went.
Yeah. And he was getting orders from Halia. I couldn't help but notice when I was talking to your guard outside the walls that he said you weren't the biggest fan of Halia Thornton over in Fandalen. What's up with that?
Well, we as a businesswoman myself, we tend to not take kindly to other businesses stepping on our toes. It started off as healthy competition, but
Hmm.
she tends to push the boundaries a little bit too much for my liking.
Yes.
I'm glad she's left the city at this point. I don't know why she thinks she's going to get anything done in Fandalen, but
Yeah.
perhaps the local guards were tipped off to a couple of her more unsavory businesses, and maybe she didn't find it so hospitable here anymore.
Well, like yourself, Miss Cathel, I too am a man of business, and the business I
I
deal
heard she sells dwarfs.
anyway. The business I deal in is information, and perhaps if we were to provide you with information, the fee to get us in here was quite steep, and and I assume the fee to get us out of here will also be quite hefty. And if I was to provide you with some information and perhaps some muscle from my friends here, perhaps that would be something, we could get back, or work out some kind of business arrangement is what I'm trying to say here.
Well, from what I've heard of your exploits, you seem to be quite capable men, and there's always a use for your kind in our line of business as well.
Oh.
I suppose the dealings would depend on how valuable your information is, but I can help you settle into the city, and well, unfortunately, at this point, I'm not going to be able to help you leave. But should we find ourselves in some sort of arrangement, hopefully that'll change soon.
Yeah. So we have also spent some time in Fandalen, and we have come across Miss Halia Thornton, and we happen to know that she is interested in obtaining the lighthouse or tower that is, I think it's south of here, right? Lighthouse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
She is interested in the lighthouse that is currently occupied by some half-orcs, and that she actually one of my contacts in the woods here told me that she wants access to this place so she can smuggle and bring in slaves, which I don't know what's your stance on slavery. I'm pretty sure there was we came across some dwarves in a gold mine that she was controlling that had some dwarves in there. I'm pretty sure they were not there voluntarily. What's your stance on slavery here, Cathal? What do we think about all this?
After Nacho starts talking about this, you see visibly Morty is starting to get upset.
Yes, Morty here will not stand. I know Morty here will not stand for dwarf slavery.
I'll kill the bitch.
Oh, jeez, calm down, Morty, calm down. Quarian, hold him back. All right.
Had I
Well,
known before, we would have never. He stops there. He's like, never mind.
Well, easy, Master Dwarf. I certainly understand your outrage, and you know, as the letter of the law states, slavery is illegal in these parts. So it's something I would never deal in, and I think as such, it was one of Halia's side businesses that the authorities happened to learn about, unfortunately for her. So she was able to skirt the rules and skirt any persecution. Technically, the people she brought with her were indentured servitors, so they did owe a debt and were working towards their freedom, and technically not slaves, but she does, as I said, walk the line and sometimes steps over it.
is the lighthouse something you would have use for?
I should say that anyone in the area could use another port of entry, especially now with the city on lockdown.
Yeah. Well, perhaps my first offer of business here would be that we go to that lighthouse, we take care of the half-orc situation, and we claim the lighthouse for yourself. Obviously, we did have an offer on the table for a nice little sum of gold to do it for Halia, but if you were to maybe, we could tack it on to this. Maybe you take off the fee to get us in here, and we'll call even Stevens.
I'm not sure if you've picked up on it, but we're not really big fans of Hallie ourselves.
Yes, it's refreshing.
Said I was gonna kill her.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I'm taking this is Nacho is involved in a slow business. We're in a what is it called? We're in negotiations here, boys. We're taking this one step at a time.
I'm just reminding Quarian that
Yeah.
minutes ago.
He was trying on pants.
That's why.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Nacho said that was the first order of business here. So.
Well, the lighthouse is tempting for our business, but unfortunately, most of our goods and wares do come through this city. So, my more immediate concern is securing our entrance and exit to the city.
Yeah.
The lighthouse would be useless to us at this point, and for however long this lockdown is going to occur. In the long run, though, that is a very, very tempting offer.
And
a few complications, however. The
yeah.
half-orc has been there for, as far as I know, generations. He's ancient but powerful. No one knows how he's lived this long, or even if it's the same person. Some think it's just been passed down, but he has set forth an army towards Fandalen and an army towards the other city, Leyland. I think capturing the tower now might be easy, but you may have an army to deal with after the fact. So I don't think my men would be able to hold it for long.
Well, Cathal, maybe you'll have an army after we dispatch their leader.
Well, I don't know that the half-orcs really listen to reason. From my experience, we were better off when they were in the mountains to the east and kept to themselves. But ever since the dragon came around, the countryside has been somewhat wild and unpredictable.
Yeah, we lost a close friend to that dragon. His name was
I'm
Baloo.
sorry to hear that.
He was a good companion.
Well, the hopefully the city walls will be open. The city will be back open for business at some point in the near future. When we kill the dragon, we plan to, get revenge for Baloo. As Drakaro said, it was a very traumatic experience, and we would like to get vengeance for our late bear friend Baloo. And also about the half orcs, like, yeah, they've been. What do you know about the regular orcs, like the full orcs, Cathal? Are you have you had any dealings with any full orcs?
Well, in general, I would say that they were the ones we avoided more than the half orcs. But after they've been displaced, they do what their tribe has always done, which is just take whatever they want and pillage and burn in their wake. But I can't say that I blame them, considering they have no home. It's much nicer when all we had to deal with was a raid every once in a while from a small party. They're not always unreasonable. You know, if you can get them what they want, they tend to trade fairly.
Well, we have actually made contact with the orc chief, and he seems like looks at Morty, and he's a reasonable guy, right? The chief, Morty talks to the chief.
Yeah, we've been dealing with the chief. He's we've sort of struck a deal. Basically, we're in league with him for the time being, just to try to get rid of the half orcs and the dragon together, so that they can reclaim their homeland.
Oh, well, that's interesting news. Uh, that's great, actually. I think the regent's not willing to send out his army, so that army might do nicely. They may be a bit in over their head, considering they're fighting off powerful magicians, but when you get a troop of orcs enraged and fighting together, they can do just as much damage as a mage throwing around explosions. So that might work out nicely, actually. There's a couple of things I'd be interested in the long run. If you could get me any information of Halia that you have, specifically proof, I would very much like to know who she's working for. It's not doing this alone, but I've never been able to get anyone to infiltrate her organization. She somehow finds out every spy I send her direction. It's almost unnatural how she's able to figure it out. But if you could somehow figure out who she's working for, was talks before she left that she may be working for a power not of this world, but her motives were always unclear, other than accumulating wealth. So nobody took it too seriously, but nobody was ever able to substantiate them. If you find out anything, it'd be very helpful as far as crushing her.
Well, you're in luck, because at the moment, Halia believes that I am actually a lord, and you know, a very powerful man. And when in fact,
So you're not?
Nacho laughs.
Morty grins.
Yeah, and what Nacho says in Thieves' Cant, he just says, "No, my friend." uh,
Well,
I
I
like,
can't say that I didn't have my doubts, but
yeah, yes, telling people
but
I'm a
if that's the
lord.
case, then excellent work.
Yeah,
But as you can tell, we've made a lot of friends along the way and a lot of
yeah.
resources.
It's
so all my digging on you guys have well, you seemed legitimate despite your actions not quite aligning with your title and station.
it makes getting out of sticky situations much easier when you tell people you're a lord from a faraway land they've probably never heard of.
I can only
So,
imagine. It's always
yeah.
nice to have friends in high places. I can only imagine that being in a high place yourself would help as well.
After finding out your stance on dwarf slavery, I'm much more comfortable. You know, I feel like you're a much better person than other people in our line of work here. So,
Morty looks up. He's like, we'll do what we can to
yeah.
help you with the Halia situation. As far
Definitely.
as she knows.
I would to be honest, I was, we would have offered to just straight up kill her, but if you just want information, I mean, that's, we can do information as well.
Well, as much as I abhor the woman, I do feel if she is working for someone else, then killing her may not be our answer. I
Oh, I agree.
worry
She'll
that
just end up getting replaced with somebody
this
else.
tends to be how these things work. Uh, well, let's say this. I think our long-term goals seem to align, and if you can give me the tower, and if you can somehow defeat the dragon, well, I think everyone would be much obliged to you for that. But um, I think we could uh, probably make your lives a lot better in however you would like. Um, that being said, I think our short-term goals are a little bit different, or at least mine are. Or maybe yours. I imagine you'll want to be leaving the city if you ever have any hopes of doing any of these things you say you plan on doing. For that, I need to figure out what the hell is going on in the sewers, and or figure out some way to get the regent to drop the lockdown. But I've been working on that for weeks
Uh,
now, to
yeah,
no
what
avail.
Bakara would want to know about the regent because he wasn't a fan of his cousin, so he can only assume that being family, probably might not like him. But yeah, what do you know about the regent and what's his deal? What's he think's going on?
Well, he's an opportunist for sure. He rose to power here in the wake of much chaos, and um, you know,
Yeah, he's probably if he's anything like his cousin, he's probably some coward that doesn't come out and help his people. Is that true?
he does tend to look after himself more than his people, but being in charge of a large city, that you do need to keep your people appeased as well. There's grumblings already that well, suspicions about him as well, that he keeps his power um, by denying anyone that may have rightful claim to the throne. But the bloodline's been so convoluted, and the main lines have been lost for some time now, that it would be hard pressed for anyone to come forward and legitimately make a claim. And well, the few that do don't tend to stick around too long. So, um, and I fear we're stuck with him for a while. So, um, he he's looking out for his people and his safety, but he's more of a coward. I tried to tell him that the best option would be to rid the land of the dragon rather than just wall off the city. Um, but no success yet. All the nobles in the city are, well, mostly cowards that don't
Are
feel
they
that the
aware that the
dragon
dragon can
touch them
fly?
more.
I don't think the walls are going to do much to stop the dragon. That dragon wants to get into the city. It's getting in.
Hypothetically
Yeah.
speaking, what would happen if the regent were to become ill or fall sick or fall victim to a dragon? Does he have any successors lined up, or would the next powerful person of the city take over? What would happen if?
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think it would go to a council of the nobles, and eventually a new regent would be chosen. But like I said, I don't know that they'd be much better than him.
Yeah.
Uh, One coward sometimes is easier to work with than 20.
How hard is it to get granted an audience with the regent, or is he like a shut-in? Because I mean, his cousin, that guy wouldn't even open the door for us. So like, you know,
His cousin is a bit of an odd fellow, isn't he? Um, Fairly harmless man. He's has always been more
Oh,
of an
we
academic than a politician.
yeah, we know he's harmless.
like what if a lord from a distant land came?
Yeah,
Would
and
he be
wanted to
more
run
receptive?
for.
You know,
If I perhaps pulled some strings for you, we could maybe get you an audience.
well, that would be fantastic. Let me tell you.
I don't. I suppose it would probably have to be under the guise of some other topic. Um, I don't know if you can think of something that might catch his attention. I
Druids
think
and the
you've
undead.
Ah,
done this.
yes. Morty, tell Cathal what we know about undead surrounding the city.
Seems like you have an undead problem outside these walls, and soon it could be an undead problem within the walls. And perhaps your regent would like that taken care of.
I think he would be grateful for that. As little as he seems to care about the people outside the walls, he also knows that the more people that die, the less people can fight for him in the future. So
That and
um,
this undead army grows with more dead.
that's very true. I don't know how much of that is in the forethought of his mind at this point, but it might not hurt to bring it to his attention. I think if you could offer a quick solution, he may be grateful.
I think we can.
Speaking of quick solutions, you mentioned your sewer was had some undesirables in it, and it seemed like you
Yeah,
might
someone
want.
tried to trap us down there.
Yeah, it seemed like
Let's
you
not
might
forget
want
that, Nacho.
this. Yeah, there was one of your watchmen got his one of your Steiny friend got his throat slit, and someone was actually impersonating him. So that's alarming. That means there's someone.
Someone tried to break into your secret entrance downstairs.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything to you, Castle?
Well, my my strongest part of my business has always been my ability to move things in and out of the city, and there are very few passages outside the city, and um, I fear with this one we may not have any besides the main gates, which the regent's not letting anyone through at this point. So, yes, I think it is very concerning. It's very early. I have men looking into it, but I can only think of it from a couple different angles. I think one is that, somebody trying to cripple my business by not allowing anything in or out, uh, or a personal vendetta against myself, which I wouldn't put it past anybody. But most of my rivals also know if they really need something in or out of the city that I'm willing to do business with them. I am an opportunist after all. I don't think anyone would hold that much of a grudge that they would hurt themselves in the same way. Uh, and then the only other factor I can think of is you. Perhaps it wasn't for my sake that these sores have become an issue.
Well, they were an issue before we came here, so let's not project it.
Well, whoever is trying to
Only by a day or two.
whoever was trying to trick Simon was trying to lead us to your brewery. So I don't know if you've checked that out. There might be Morty was suspecting there might be an ambush when we got there. So,
Well,
Yeah.
Would you like us to go take a peek for you?
if you think you can turn something up, I don't think that would be bad. My men are a
Well-
little reticent to go down there at this point.
Well, you know our business.
Yeah.
Why don't you make us an offer, lady? Maybe it'll let us prove our worth to you.
Well, I'll
If we haven't already, obviously. But we're businessmen
this?
here, right, Nacho?
Pull your mic away from your face.
Sorry.
If you find out what's plaguing my sores and clear it out and make them safe again, I can offer you several things. One, I can work on setting up that meeting between yourselves and the regent. Two, I can put in a good word with some of the local merchants. I think you'll find the prices in town right now are, well, a bit inflated since the lockdown. Some of them are still willing for honest trade and sale, though, if you know the right pressure points. And well, I think exit from the city would be something you're looking for at some point, anyway. So
We'll
Morty
take
stands
all
up.
be
three.
helping each
Agreed.
other.
Mor-
And
Morty stands up and grabs his cask and walks over. And he says, "Yeah, once we clear it out, we might be able to get your brewery up and running." And throws the casket down on the table in front of her. He's like, "I can make a bit of brew. Perhaps I can lend my hand while I'm here. Get it up and running for you."
She holds up her glass, her empty glass, um, for a sample.
Sure. Morty pours her a glass.
She takes a sip. Says, "That's not bad at all. You think you could produce this on a larger scale?"
Of course. I've been making brew my whole life.
So especially with the lockdown, no new wares coming through the city. The first thing the citizens tend to miss is alcohol. That's why I've been trying to get the brewery back up and running again. If you could help us in that aspect, I think we'd be willing to pay very handsomely for it.
Of course. As long as you supply the ingredients, that's all I need. We'll just have to clear it out first. Morty pours himself a glass.
So I can get my hands on all the basic brewing supplies.
Excellent.
Is there anything in the recipe out of the ordinary?
This one has good berries, but that was just because we were experimenting a bit, trying some different things. I mean, you could give me what ingredients you like. That's just what this one has in it specifically.
Right, well, that might be a little bit harder to come by, especially since the trade with the druids is no longer forthcoming.
Drakaro casts Goodberry in his hand and pops one in his mouth.
Just
They're
kinda
not so hard to
chuckles.
come by, and he pops a second one in his mouth.
Yeah, perhaps not for a small batch like this, but if we're talking on the order of kegs, we may need more.
Morty walks up and pats Quaren on the back. He's like, "Luckily, we have a druid of our own. He might be able to help us if you really like the taste of this."
It is a very fine brew. If you can replicate this for me, then yes, we could maybe work out the details on the large scale later.
Excellent.
Finally made it, Morty. Brewmaster Morty.
So, the brewery is below this building. Between the entrance to the city and here, there's several stretches of sewer that used to be part of our common comings and going, but uh, several people have gone missing lately, and um, so we've kind of shut down any movement beyond the brewery and have only been using the short access from the alleyway up until, unfortunately, the mishap earlier today. I can grant you access to the brewery, and you could explore from there. There's a couple areas of note, but mostly just sewers between here and there. So, an old pit fighting ring that underground, quite literally. It's been abandoned for years, but usually we would pass through there to get across. Or the other path was past the cistern. Used to be an old drinking well for the city, but has long since become fouled. So. But
What is he doing?
it's like, what is that?
Well,
Either route will bring you back to the exit to the city, but none of my men have dared go either way, and I haven't bothered to send either when we had such an easy access from the alleyway. Apparently, that access isn't safe anymore either, so we're gonna need to figure out what's going on down there.
Yeah, so is there anything about exploring the city? Are we free to walk around the city? Or can you give us some secret code that like lets us go through?
Oh well, there's just, I mean,
We're
you
allowed to
may
be
have.
in here? Just to like walk around? Seemed pretty hard to get in.
I think as long as you
Oh.
don't draw a ton of attention to yourselves with the guards, you'll probably be fine. At this point, we've been locked down for so long, everybody will just assume that if you're here, you belong here. So,
Alright.
um,
So blend
Yes.
in. Yeah, we
yes,
blend in really well, usually.
there's several um, underground networks, such as myself, who operate in the city, and plenty of above ground businesses as well. Um, as far as movement through the city, we certainly have our own territories, but as long as you're, staying out of trouble and staying off anybody powerful's radar, then you should be able to move to any part of the city safely. As long as you're
nice.
not trying to break into one of my buildings, you should be fine from my men.
Oh, we would never.
So
Never.
it sounds like
Where's a good magic item shop around here, Cathal? Got some gold burn a hole in my pocket.
So from here, you'd probably be looking to go to the Central Bazaar, the circle at the center of town. Right next to it, you'll see the Temple of the Gods, a large square building there. The regent's office or regent's manor is on the coast, set up on top of one of the bluffs, surrounded by a wall to the west of here. And you can find some good trade down by the docks as well. Although a lot of times that's a little bit more under the table since the stuff is coming straight off the boat. You know, different characters tend to be trading in that area. Sometimes you get a deal, sometimes you don't quite get what you're looking for.
And did Cathal say that when we take care of the sewer / brewery situation, like we'll get better prices at the shops, or what was the?
Yep.
I can put in a word for you now if I can give you a letter from myself. Probably only work at a handful of shops, but can't guarantee they're going to give you great prices, but they shouldn't try to put you over a barrel with this.
We'll take all the help we can get. Thank you.
She pulls out a piece of paper and just kind of jots down a quick note, and then she takes a candle and seals it with a signet ring that she's wearing. But like I said, the prices have all skyrocketed since the lockdown. So even with this, still might require some bargaining on your part.
Our half-orc friend Horvath is quite the bargainer.
I see that. Quite.
He's a very quiet chap, but
quite the
Well,
imposing gentleman.
He's I don't think he's even in here.
He's at the bar with Toby currently.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus, we also have a very charismatic half elf who is equally as capable of negotiating.
Mm-hmm.
So.
fact.
Yeah. Well, all right. We'll have Childs. Childs, can you get our friends that should be hanging out in the tavern area? Oh wait, he's like a cripple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
I don't think
crutches.
he's probably not going to come with us.
Well, not coming
Take
with us,
him
but
with-
we need. I guess we can go get the.
Well,
What is
boys,
it?
how about we clear up
Toby
the
and
sewer
Horvath, yeah.
/ brewery situation and then take care of our other business?
Sounds good, Morty. I'm down for some killing.
All right. That's
Go
where you
clear out
wanna
a
go?
sewer.
On my way out, Drakara wants to like stop at that little like shelf where you saw like the trinkets and from faraway lands and
Don't
point
do it.
at him and look back and look back at Cathal
Don't do
and
it.
say, "Hey, these are interesting. I've never seen anything like these. Where do these come from?"
Well, all over the place. I do my fair share of trade, and I, well, like to take a token of my business dealings to remember them by, especially my particularly lucrative ones.
Hmm.
After hearing
Ah.
that, Morty plops his keg down. He's like, "Well, maybe I'll leave this here for your table. At least for now, it'll stay here until we get back." And he gives her a wink.
Drakara would ask if she would trade one of them with him for something.
I fear I'm particularly attached to all of those.
Understood. Drakar would leave.
um, Sir Dwarf, do you mind if I buy this keg from you? I'll give you 50 gold for it.
Hmm.
I don't think he'll take anything less than 60.
I mean, this.
Isn't that right, Maury?
The good berries alone.
I'm just. It's like, you know what? If we're in future business together, it's all yours. There'll be plenty more to come once we clear out this brewery.
Morty!
Well, my
Morty, that's not a good business decision.
decision.
Well, she'll pay us, once we get the brewery up and running.
Oh no, I insist. Business is business. Here, let me give you 50 gold for this, and my plan is to do a little marketing, so to speak. I'm gonna give some samples out to some of our better customers just to see if we can drum up a little excitement for your first batch.
Fair enough. I like that. Business comes first,
Always.
and then pleasure. He nods.
Well, sometimes that's business as well. And she gives you a little wink.
Morty blushes.
Morty.
Good thing he didn't have to roll anything there.
Yeah, well, that's why Nacho was trying to step in just in case there was gonna be a roll.
It's all right.
Oh, for like the
Persuasion or whatever.
yeah.
Morty wasn't really interested in money for it. He wanted to drink it, but if she's gonna use it as a marketing tool, he's
Like,
more than willing.
as soon as that got introduced to this whole game, Nacho was ready to just from day one, Nacho was trying to get people to invest in Morty's ale.
Well, here you go. You got your top investor here.
Well, just make sure. All right, are we? Once we get out of ear's reach of Cathal, Nacho would tell Morty to make sure when he does negotiate for his ale that he just gets a good price, and make sure you don't get lowballed there, Mort.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
All right. As you guys are leaving, she says, "If you want to go down to the sewers, just find Riffin. He's the man that let you in."
Riffin. So that's like Griffin, but with just an R, no G.
Yeah.
Riffin. All right.
I thought we were gonna enter through the brewery.
Yeah. Well, Nacho was kind of hoping Morty was paying attention during all that, so because
Well, the entrance to the brewery is inside the building, but he needs to show you where it is.
Okay.
The secret. It's not a legal brewery, so it's hidden.
Ah, a speakeasy.
Nice. So do they just
Ooh,
pull a
hidden
lever
brewery.
and all the things flip over?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's more like a pull lever and you drop through the ground into a brewery inside the sewer.
All right, fellas. Well, let's go find this guy and get a move on.
Let's do it.
All right, so yeah, that's where you guys are heading to the.
Yeah, we're doing
Sewers. Alright,
brewery
the
stuff
sewers
first.
Yeah, imagine if we had cleared it already and then just, and then did business.
Whoa.
I wanted to teleport everyone through a grate.
I know.
All right. Where are we entering from?
Yeah, that was definitely more interesting than just fighting through the dungeon first.
Yeah, we got a bit of information before we, did our thing.
All right. So they bring you down this staircase right here.
All right. So,
How long has it been since we first came out of the sewers?
Probably. Let's see, you guys are in there for a while. Probably like an hour or two from when you like first came up.
I think that means my spirit may be gone. Where does it say how long? Manifest for 1 hour. Back to normal Flareon, or yeah, back to normal.
All right. So Riffin brings you down here. He says, well, you guys must have really impressed Cathal for her to let you in on this little secret. She's, well, if anybody found out about this, I think the regent would be pretty upset that she has an illegal brewery under the city. But if you go through here, this is the brewing floor. You'll find storage beyond this door. Up the small staircase on the far side brings you to the offices. There is a tap room for when this used to be a little bit more hospitable to guests. On the far side of the storage room is one of the entrances to the sewer. That'll bring you to through the fighting pits and towards the exit. If you loop around and go through the door on the side of the brew floor over here, that'll bring you to one of the other entrances that'll lead to the cistern.
Did you say fighting pit?
Yes, it's from when the city was much older. There's used to be an underground fighting ring. It's pretty much just sewage now, but it's kind of a grim place. Not many people like going through there, at least not taking their time anyway. Long before these disappearances and rumors happened, people used to talk about it being haunted. But I've been down there a couple times. It's not. It's just creepy as all. Although who's to say what's in there now? Says, well, I'll leave you guys to it. And he goes back up the stairs. Oh, if you guys need to get back out, just excuse me. A couple too many. Just knock and give the passcode, and he gives you the passcode for the day.
Thanks a lot, friend.
And you hear him drop the trapdoor and lock it behind you.
all right.
Morty, you look at the brewing floor, and they have quite the impressive setup. So, multiple large vats. At least half of them are in working condition. With the right ingredients, or enough of the right ingredients, you could make a very large batch of beer down here.
This place is massive. Much bigger than what I'm used to. We used to only run a barrel or two back in my village.
Well, calm down, Morty. We're here to investigate the stuff. All right.
Or just like checking the craftsmanship, like seeing,
Yeah.
how everything is, if it's in working order.
About half of it's in working order. The rest of it could be pretty easily, other than it's just dirty.
Yeah. This needs to be fixed up.
So we got 2 doors in this room, right?
2 doors and a small staircase.
So
Small staircase.
let me know when you're done looking around, Morty. We can discuss.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just having a peek.
So we got. Looks like I'm seeing one door to my right, or yeah, here, and then a door over there. So we got 2 doors and a small staircase. I could do some scouting at some. I don't know if I should do it now, but at some point I can do a little bit of scouting and just go invisible and then report back, so we know what we're getting into here.
All right.
Yeah, but
That might not be a bad idea to do now.
Can I
Maybe
test
set-
something? If I
Sure.
do this. Oh wait, hold on. If I do this, let me try it again. What do you guys see?
I
Small
don't.
chunk.
Yeah, I don't
Just
think
a little
anything's.
chunk.
Yeah, I don't think.
Just a little
Yeah.
chunk of
Well,
fog
yeah.
run away.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That'll be a better way for me to unveil areas.
Oh, can you is that like erasing the black?
Yeah, like it cuts out stuff that I've put on.
Yeah.
They're
Before I
taking the
was
whole thing.
erasing chunks, so I had to like put a bunch of blocks down so that I could erase them one at a time.
Right. Yeah.
But now I can like cut into the bigger chunk so that I can just
Awesome.
open rooms as we go.
All right. Where do we want to go? The fighting pits, or we want to do the first entrance here?
I was in the bathroom during James's explanation, so I'm not sure where to go.
All right. Well, there's the first door right here on the right that we can go through, and that'll get us into the thing. Or if we go south, is where like the fighting pits were.
Yeah, so down past the storage room down here was what he described to you as the entrance to the fighting pits, which is just an abandoned underground fighting ring. Through the sewer passages in this direction brings you to the cistern, which is an old water supply for this part of the city. Both of them will eventually meet back up and bring you back to the sewers that you were in before, where the exit to the city is.
I mean, which one would seem like the path of least resistance? Because that's where Morty would basically suggest the group goes.
First one. Let's try this way, Mort.
Yeah.
So, should I do the invisible thing, or should we just go
Do
in?
you want to go explore?
I mean, it's up
Can't
to
move
you.
my guy again.
If you want to go, you're more than welcome.
All right, Nacho checks out the door. Is the door locked? He's gonna give it a little
The
a
door-
slight turn. He's not gonna try to throw it open. He would,
It is.
Yeah, Nacho, maybe you should go up the stairs first. If there's anything on the other side, they'll notice the door opening, but they wouldn't notice you just walking up some stairs. If we're trying to be like super stealthy.
like stairs. Like, are these stairs?
I thought
right here. There's a small
Yeah, over here.
staircase that goes this way.
I'm just saying like opening the door might alert anyone on the other side to our presence.
So I just go stairs. Okay.
Just a thought. You don't have to.
All right.
While Nacho's
If you
doing
like,
that, Morty presses his ear to the door and listens.
Morty.
All right.
Morty has himself a
roll-
snack.
Roll a perception check. And if you want to call it out for me too.
Yep. 27.
27. All right. You do hear what sounds like not very fast moving water. You hear some potentially some like shuffling, scuffling noises. Um, Hard to tell if it's nothing really jumping out at you other than likely just rats or something moving around.
Morty looks to the group and says, "Doesn't sound like people, but let's wait to see what Nacho gets before we run in."
All right.
All
So,
right, Nacho, as you get to the top of that little staircase, you see a hallway extending ahead of you. It takes a little bend at the end, but you can kind of see that it looks like there's a door at the far end of the hallway.
okay. Nacho will go invisible.
All right.
And he will go. And is this just like a wall to my left here? It's like
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't see anything out
Okay.
either direction there.
All right. So Nacho approaches the door and checks to see if it's locked.
This door is not locked.
All right. Nacho opens the door. Very, very slowly. Just enough so he could slip through. Make it look like
Here's
it
a
was.
guy posing as Atham.
Make it just looks like makes it look like it's just like wind or something that blows the door open. Wind through a tunnel in a underground tunnel.
Peering through the door as it slightly
All right.
breezes open.
Yeah.
You see what looks like sort of an office. It looks like it has not been used for quite some time. There's some old papers. A lot of it, as far as you can tell, looks to be just some notes on brewing quantities of different batches that they've made, and sort of like a ledger saying where they went to the different various taverns in the city.
Okay.
That's evidence to use for blackmail.
Well, Nacho's not going to spend too much time investigating because he's only got an hour of invisibility.
You do notice that both these doors in this room, you see these other two doors, are heavily barred on this side.
On this side, so like,
So
can I just
you
remove
could
them?
remove you could open them.
All right. Nacho will
It's
muster up all his
similar to-
strength.
Yeah, it's similar to the door that Morty's at. It's not locked, but it's barred from this side.
Okay. So, Nacho will take the stuff off the door, I guess, and
Yep.
try to open it.
As
All right.
quietly as possible.
Yeah.
Are you trying to-
I'm being careful. Like, I'm not just like chucking it on the ground. Like,
Nacho kicks the door
Nacho
in.
is trying to make as little noise as possible.
All right, roll a strength check.
The straight strength.
Yeah.
Isn't that your lowest stat?
That certainly is.
I mean, you can do athletics if it helps.
Got a 5. So
5. Okay.
Yeah.
They're pretty heavily barred. You can lift it, but as you're trying to sort of lower the bar to the ground and not make a ton of noise, it gets a little too heavy. As you get closer to the ground, it sort of slips out of your hands and makes a little thud on the ground.
Does the group hear this?
Let's see.
At least you didn't drop it on your foot.
don't give him any ideas, Clarion.
I would say
That would have been the nat 1 roll. Drop it on your toe, and then you're
Yeah.
limping for the rest of the encounter.
Your movement speed is decreased by 5. Morty, you do hear a distant thud as you're listening at the door.
You guys hear that?
Everyone looks up. What? Huh? A
What was it,
thud?
Morty?
I heard a thud. Toby, how about you go check it out? See if Nacho's okay.
Should I send our little friend Evie?
We got Toby. He's capable.
I
mean,
suppose they're both. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind some company, but
Evie, go,
Alright,
Toby.
Yeah, you can send your
He's
dog.
in-
Dude.
He's invisible. You're not going to be able to see him.
We don't know that.
Well, yeah, we do. Didn't he go invisible and then walk away?
We totally do know that. But Toby need
I don't
like
know,
Nacho will see
kinda-
Toby.
he
need-
went
Pretty sure he like rounded
invisible.
the corner and did it.
He was like on the staircase when he went invisible. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh.
I guess it would depend how close of attention you guys were paying. But
I was paying attention and I thought he said, I'm going to go invisible and go scout. And we are like, yeah, go ahead.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean,
he-
if we
he
if we
did-
were
he
sending
did
Nacho to go
say
scout,
it,
we would.
so.
I would
Yeah.
assume they'd be invisible.
Alright, well, do
After
you wanna
Nacho made the
send- You want to
noise,
send Toby to look for an invisible man or no?
No.
All right, then. Toby,
well, after
back.
Nacho made the noise, he's gonna like take a moment to like, you know, he's gonna make like a face and see if anybody like heard that on the
Stay
other side.
dirty
Like, yeah, he's gonna take a moment.
Roll a perception check as you wait to.
You know,
hear the echo
would've,
of the thumping.
14.
log. 14. You hear what sound like maybe faint whispers in the distance. But you're not entirely sure they're there, or with the echoing of the heavy bar you just dropped, if it was maybe just something playing a trick on
Okay.
your ears.
Did I hear in the direction of the door I just tried to open?
Yeah, it sounded like it was coming up from down there.
Okay.
And you
No, after
do
after
see-
that thump, I would have activated Flareon and sent her to go investigate and to help Nacho if he needs it.
All right, Nacho, you see a glowing fox-like creature come into the room with you.
Yeah.
Just in case any monsters show up that you need to have something, have chase something other than you.
How, am I supposed to talk to Flareon? Like, how does Flareon know where I am?
She doesn't.
She doesn't. She just walked into the room. You're still invisible.
Okay.
Oh, she's a dog. Would she smell Nacho? She's so.
How can Flareon
So-
metagame without it being a
Well, I'm just
thing.
thinking for how like her reaction when she comes into the room. Like, would she? Like, she's obviously familiar with Nacho's scent, so would she like know that he's in the room, just can't see him?
I bet you Flaren's thinking to herself, my owner is a dumbass for sending me after an invisible person. That's what Flareon's thinking.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
She could
Flareon's used to it.
roll. She could roll a perception with disadvantage to try to figure out if she smells his scent, so
okay.
she could roll a perception with disadvantage to see if she can figure out what's going on.
Nacho sees Flareon, and he's concerned that Flareon is going to give away his position as an invisible person.
I rolled a 4.
So
So Flareon has
Nacho
no idea.
Nacho is going to open up his bag, pull out his black hole, and kick Flareon into the black hole.
Oh my god. Finally.
Flareon.
Can I have Flareon like as a reaction when Nacho kicks it, just teleport out of instinct across the room?
She can
I mean,
fly,
I-
so trying to put her in there would be tough.
True.
Also, you can just say Flareon can go back. Throwing
I
it
like
out
the
there
black hole
instead of attacking
black
my
hole.
familiar. You can just ask politely for Flareon to leave you alone.
Nacho has a history of not liking it.
This is Nacho's call. Whatever Nacho's doing.
Well,
Yeah,
it would be
still your plan.
funnier if I tried to kill it. So.
It would be funnier, but Aquarian would very much not appreciate you attacking Flareon.
But would he know?
Okay.
He wouldn't know though.
He's not attacking a Flareon. He's trying to suppress the secret covert operation he's on. To someone
Well, even-
the sabotage in.
Or even throw it at either putting Flare in the thing would be Flare and Aquarian would not appreciate that.
All right,
action.
Nacho will tell Flareon to get the hell out of here, and continue on with his investigation.
All right. Flareon looks extremely confused to hear your voice as she was sniffing around the room trying to find you. And after hearing your voice, she figures out that you're there, is still somewhat confused, but listens to your command.
Oh, look, she's back. Now she must be
Nacho,
fine.
you look down the you look down the hallway. You see a change. It's no longer built up in this area. It's much more roughly hewn staircases heading down towards um, what you can hear sort of a faint running water, not fast, but definitely water sounds coming from the bottom of the staircase.
Hmm.
You don't hear anything else since dismissing Nacha or dismissing Flareon.
So I don't hear anything. Other than-
Yeah, you're listening as you go. You don't hear any more of the whispering sounds that you heard when you first opened the door.
Okay. Well, I made it this far. Might as well see what's up.
So you peek your head around this corner and you see that it opens up. Looks a little bit more like the initial sewers that you guys came in through. So you see like narrow pathways along the walls, pretty disgusting water. Some of it's running. The pool to your left is not really moving much at all. And you can see across the pool there seems to be a little bit more of a open area. Oh, and Nacho just walks across water because I forget every time that he can do that.
Oh, I didn't even know there's water here.
Oh yeah, the dark greenish stuff is the water.
Okay.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Nacho's not getting dirty in this sewer.
Okay. So to my left will just lead me over to where Morty is. So
Most likely. If your,
yeah. Well, I mean,
your
yeah.
sense of direction is serving you, yeah.
We'll investigate. How much time have I used on my invisibility? I mean,
How long are you gonna be invisible for?
an hour. I can be invisible for an hour.
Oh, well, I mean, it's only. This is probably taking you about half the time it takes us to describe what's going on, so you've probably only been
Like
doing
5,
it for
10
like
minutes?
5 minutes now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I won't rush it then. All right. And
All
we'll
right.
turn the
Roll a perception check there.
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
You enter this area and the passage splits in a couple different directions. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a faint purple glow.
Is that to my right? Or
You catch one over here, and you catch another one over here.
okay. Not sure. We'll do a. We'll investigate the one over here first. To the right, top right corner.
All right, I'm trying to cut this piece of fog, and it won't go away. No, damn it. You're investigating that corner over there.
Yeah.
As you're heading in that direction, you you hear that whispering that you were hearing before start to get a little bit louder. And the purple glow kind of heads into the wall and disappears.
Purple glow. So was the is that a staircase? Oh, I wasn't supposed to see that.
Yeah, no, that's
That's okay.
I was trying to open up this for you. There we go.
Which one opened up?
It was just this block here. I
Oh,
was trying
okay.
to remove, and I accidentally erased this whole big block. Yeah. So actually, that staircase is not there. So for our purposes, that's not on the map. The one that you saw.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know it's there. Okay. I'm guessing that's where those whispers are coming from, but I don't know. There's a staircase there. All right.
No,
not-
it's. I mean, it's not even a hidden one. It's just I'm using a map that has a staircase there, but I'm not using.
Oh, okay, so that's just a wall. That staircase doesn't exist on the
That's
map.
just a wall.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
You round this corner, you see that other purple light. It was up here when you first saw it. You now see it over here, and you see it heading towards the door.
Okay.
You see another purple light come out of the wall here and start heading towards the door, and another one here start heading towards the door.
Okay, we're gonna follow the light. We were going that way anyway, so.
As you round the corner, you see the purple lights go through the door, and now you can't see them anywhere.
The door that Morty's like on the other side of?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, Nacho is going to go the long way back. He's not going to go through those doors because that's where those purple things just went through. Which way? How do I get back? Okay, going back. Okay. Okay. So Nacho's just gonna get real close. He's just gonna talk in real quietly to Morty. He'd be like, Morty, it's Nacho here. Still invisible.
Jesus Christ, mate. I mean, Lord Helm, mate.
Yeah. I couldn't. I checked a large area of it's on the other side of this door here. I didn't see any person, but I'm seeing purple lights, and one of them just went through this door.
Oh shit.
I don't
Maybe
know
it's
if
like
you've seen.
from the other night.
Yeah. What do purple lights mean?
Remember those spirits I told you about?
Is that what you think like a purple light would be?
Possibly.
Does Nacho recognize the purple light from the one he saw outside the walls from earlier?
It's a similar shade. When you saw it last time, it was more in the shape of a person. But the way it moved and the color, the faint light that it was emitting does remind you of that.
Okay. Well, now that you mention it, it did kind of look like that. not sure what undead would have. Not sure what that kind of thing would have. Would want to be doing down here.
Well, there's no people, so might as well take a peek. Morty starts to lift the latch on the door.
Yep. Nacho stands back.
Whoa, Morty, what are you doing? I thought we were waiting for Nacho to come back. Why are you going to open the door?
I just spoke with him. He's here.
What?
Yeah, he's hiding still, but he's here.
That fucking little weird half elf.
Drakaro, roll a perception check, Drakaro. So, do we lose Drakaro?
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, I just had to refresh Discord, but I'm here.
All right, can you roll a perception check?
Yes. Nat 20.
Ooh, nice.
Nat 20. You see a faint purple light appear right here behind Quarion.
And I heard Morty and Nacho's conversation.
I don't know. How loud were you guys being?
Nacho is trying to be on the quiet side.
All right, so I probably didn't hear you guys talking. So Jakara would like draw his bow and arrow and aim it at it and be like, boys, anyone see this light right there? And Jakara would kind of like target it.
All right, everybody roll initiative for me.
Whoa.
I'm standing right next to it.
It's gonna be okay.
Orion's really scared of ghosts. That's like his one weakness.
Horvath will guard the
Demon Hunter is
brewing
scared of
kits.
ghosts.
Well, yeah,
Horvath is by
like,
the door.
Demons and ghosts are different. Ghosts are
Alright.
all like invisible and spooky, but demons are like big and have wings.
All right.
They're not as scary.
Noted.
Much different. All right. Give me a second. Just get initiatives down. $17, $20, $13, $14. Not bad, guys. 20, Nacho. Oh, we need a Toby. Toby and Drakaro will be acting as a team.
That's fitting.
Naturally.
Horvath will just guard the door for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So everyone but Drakaro is surprised. So Drakaro, you can go first.
I would, like I said, I'd be targeting it like with my bow drawn, and I'd let the guys know, the heck is this thing? And Drakara would hold his action to like shoot it if it made any hostile or aggressive moves, but would try to say, "Who goes there? Show yourself."
With that, you just hear like a ghastly screech coming from several points within the room. You you just catch sort of this faint purple light out of the corner of your eye. It's when you try to focus on it, it sort of disappears. So locating it is pretty difficult. Whatever it is seems to be invisible. You see a barrel lift off the ground in front of you and go flying across the room at Morty. Morty will
Yeah. Go ahead.
22 hit.
That'll hit.
So this barrel, you're like looking at the door right now, and this barrel just slams into your back
What the fuck, guys?
for 6 damage. Let's see, that was that one's turn.
All right. Well, can I shoot my bow in that area then?
Yeah, you can shoot in response to seeing a barrel float in the air and
Yeah.
fly.
So I would.
So roll with
Yeah, go ahead.
disadvantage.
All right. What if I were to cast? Could I cast Hunter's Mark? Can I see it? I can see a light. Is that enough
technically
to
it's
cast Hunter's Mark?
invisible.
It's invisible.
That's
Yeah,
why
I
you're
didn't
rolling
even
with
have to.
disadvantage.
I don't even
No, I
have to
know, but
give
that's
you
why
the
I'm
light.
asking. Like, I saw it though, in some way, right?
Yeah,
So
that was because
that's why I was
before
asking.
I realized that it was invisible, I was describing it
Okay.
as a purple light, so I gave you a
Yeah.
little bit of clue of where it is.
Okay. All right. Well, then that's fine. I was just seeing if that would do anything. All right. Then I would I would shoot right at the area where I would think it would be based off the barrel thing. So longbow at disadvantage. Oh, 24.
That will hit.
Yikes. 24 for Jakaro. Yikes.
For 12 damage.
12 damage. You hear it shriek at you. It's pretty hard to assess how well that arrow worked because seemingly it flew through its location.
Didn't stick into it.
It didn't stick into it. You did see like a flare of purplish light as it passed through the area. And it does, the scream that it let out makes you think that something happened, but unclear how effective it was. You can have another shot too.
At disadvantage as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, one as well. Oh. Ew, that one's not good. 11?
11 will miss.
Okay. That's all I got then.
Okay. After you fire off your second, or did you? How much damage did you do the first time?
Sorry. I gotta pull it back up. I think 12. Sorry, 12 damage.
Okay, I wrote down the wrong thing. All right. With that, you feel sort of like an icy touch on your back. And what is a 21 hit?
Yep.
Oof. For 9 damage. And then roll a Constitution saving throw.
9.
9. Okay. You take 9 damage, but your maximum hit points are also decreased by 9.
Okay.
All right. That one's one more turn. Let me see. That'll miss. You see Toby sort of like shudder and squirm for a second, and then he kind of drops to a knee and rolls forward like 5 feet. And that's about it. Nacho, it's your turn.
Nacho will. Well, can't really see anything. So
Oh, you see, I mean, you saw the barrel go
Yeah.
after. And you may or may not have heard Drakaro respond to being attacked.
Yeah.
Meaning, I think you can attack at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nacho-
You
Oh.
have a general area of.
He's still
where-
invisible.
Yeah, Nacho's gonna go towards this door. I don't know how much movement I have, but
30 feet.
can I make it to the door?
Unless you dash.
I don't know like what the scale of the map is, so
I would say the map is good. If you use the measuring tool. So
which
30
one's
30
the
feet would be
measuring tool?
The one that looks like a triangle with little lines.
Okay, where was I? I was here.
You're at like 30 feet right now, I would say.
All right. Yeah. Just chill here.
Okay. Drakaro, you're up. So you felt this icy touch on your back, and you still, well, you don't see, but you still feel like the one that you shot at is in that location as well.
Yeah, he'll just keep shooting. Oops, I only roll once. Let me roll again. 28 and 26. So 26.
Hit.
For 9 damage. Plus, now he did take damage before, right? In some capacity.
Yep.
Alright, so 15 total.
15. All right.
And a follow-up shot.
Yep.
At disadvantage. It's not showing up for me. 19.
19 will hit.
For another 11 damage.
All right. With that, you see a burst of like purple light and a screech that gets cut off halfway through. All in the air happening like right behind Quarion. And you kind of keep your eye on the area, and you're not really catching the kind of faint purple light out of the corner of your eye.
Where'd he go?
It is Toby's turn. You guys saw him roll to one knee and kind of like lurch forward. He's gonna turn around with his sword, and his dagger, and he's going to start swinging at the air. Actually, connects 3 times. 12 total damage. All right. Quarion, you're up.
So was there like a purple light behind me?
There
Is that
was.
what happened?
You saw it saw like a burst of purple light after Dracaro's last attack kind of happened like right behind you, and you think that you saw within that perhaps like the faint outline of a like a human looking human-ish form, and then it dissipated.
Did Jakaro kill that thing?
I don't know.
Either way, Quarian and his fear of ghosts, he would have panicked a little bit when he turned around and saw like the ghostly apparition thing, and he would have just held up his hands and cast burning hands in the direction of the thing.
All right.
Wide
Is
range, just throwing
yeah,
fire.
that's kind of like a triangle, right? It's like a
Yeah, it's
cone
a
of
cone,
cone,
yep.
fire. Okay, yeah.
15-foot
Um,
cone.
and is it like a dex save or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, deck save 14.
14. All right. So you see this well, you shoot out this like torrent of flames from your hands, and you don't see any more purple light appear as you kind of just spray the area with fire. Um, you do, however, set the vat next to you on fire.
Nice.
Start fires in a brewery. It's gonna go great.
I don't know. Does somebody have a fire token if you want to put on the? I can just draw.
I just have a campfire.
If you want to put it on
That would work.
put
Was
on
it the
this
one?
vat here? Yeah. All right. So yeah, Quarion, you're not sure that you you didn't hear that scream that you heard when Jakaro was firing at it. So I think you are a little bit you feel a little bit more at ease that Jakaro probably did get rid of that one, or it ran away. It doesn't seem to be in the area anymore.
Would have ran
Uh,
over next to Morty because the ghosts are scary.
I'm sure Morty's thrilled about
Yeah.
the vat being on fire. Now he has to use a spell to create water instead of attacking.
it was one of the good working vats as well.
Well, I can put it out too, just on my next turn.
You
Yeah.
can't put out magic fire though.
Would it still be magical fire, or is it like regular fire at this point because it's burning wood?
True.
I would say it's probably regular at this point. I think
Okay.
when it talks about like magical fire, I think it's talking about like continuous flame spells and things like that.
Okay.
This is just something that caught on fire because of a magical fire, which is a little bit
Yeah.
different.
The fire coming out of his hand was magical.
Right. Dracaro. Does
Well, I
a
still have
20 hit?
Flareon still has to go too.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Go on.
I guess Flareon would have shot her. I wish he had like a regular melee attack instead of just shooting flame. But yeah, she would have shot her flame seed at whatever Toby was swinging her sword at.
Yep. Roll with disadvantage.
Uh, 12.
12 will hit.
5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. So you see the fire hit the air where Toby was swinging earlier, and it does stop. So you feel like it did connect. You see sort of the form of the specter appear for a second. The fire seems to have stopped a little bit short. of the form, the specter does give out another screech as if in pain from it, but it also didn't seem as effective as one would hope. And it was 5 damage, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
And Flareon would have just stayed by Toby's side.
Okay. Drakaro, 20 hits, right?
Yeah.
I would assume. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Another 14 damage.
Damn.
And then roll a Constitution saving throw.
Mm. 5.
Fine. All right, your maximum HP is decreased by 14.
That hurts.
That like my max HP now is like 6.
Can the greater restoration on Morty's necklace fix him?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, that Morty would know that that would probably help.
Mm-hmm.
That one's turn. Morty, you're up.
Morty, after seeing his mates being attacked by invisible creatures, would walk forward and say, I got a trick up my sleeve for this one, boys. And he's gonna cast Fairy Fire. And the
Alright, yep.
question is, how much ground does that cover? It's a 20-foot cube, so
So it's 20 on a side. So
all right. So would that be something like this? I'm just trying to get an idea before I put it down where I want to put it.
that is maybe a little bit bigger than 20 feet. That's like 25 feet.
Okay. All right. So I'm just trying
So
to get an idea.
the distance in between the two vats, like the graded thing between the two vats, is 15. That helps you
Okay.
fly.
All right. So I'm gonna put it like this then. It's not a square. So maybe like that.
I don't see anything.
Oh, sorry, I gotta let go.
Yeah, that's 20 feet across. Yep.
Okay.
All right. You put the fairy fire there.
Mm-hmm.
You see a purplish, ghostly form appear on the other side of Toby. It's got like almost electrified looking hair, like streaking straight up from its head, and its eyes and face are just glowing a faint purple from inside its mouth and eyes, and the rest of the body is just like a hazy purplish form, vaguely in the shape of a person, and the legs just sort of fade into a cloud that's
So
hovering off the ground.
my question about Fairy Fire is, if something walks in it and then walks out, is it still revealed or only while it's in the square?
It's only while it's in the square.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for me now. I don't really. Actually, I can't. Yeah, I think that's it for me for now.
All right.
And I assume the Fairy Fire affects my allies as well.
It would. I'm pretty sure it's worded anything inside the.
Okay.
All right. Toby's. No, sorry. The one that just got illuminated is going to attack Toby.
Well, they have to roll a 16 dex, is what it looks like too.
Oh, for what's that for? to get
I'm
out.
not sure. For duration. I don't know. It just says 16 deck save.
That's weird. Give me a second. See the wording on it.
Oh, it says it's outlined in light if it fails the deck save. But any object within is revealed, basically. But I think if it fails the dex, we have advantage, basically.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, that's
So it's
weird.
like
I thought
automatically
it was-
revealed within, but then if it fails, then I think we get the advantage. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, but it also says like the way it's worded, it sounds like if he saves, he wouldn't be illuminated. But that's weird.
Yeah, but as long as he's in the square, he's still like visible. Like he's slightly outlined, but if he fails, then we have advantage, basically.
I actually don't think that's how it works. So the first line says each object, so that would not apply to
Oh, okay.
creatures, is lit up. And then it says any creature cast is outlined in light if it fails the dex saving throw.
Okay.
So it sounds like if it succeeds, it's not visible for the duration. And if it's affected, it sheds light. Any attack, if it's affected, gets advantage. It can't be invisible. All right.
Okay.
I thought it was automatic too. I think I've been playing that wrong in the past. All right. Well, he failed anyway, so he's lit up.
Excellent.
It is his turn, and he attacked Toby but missed. So he's up. Top of the order, Nacho.
All right. Nacho was gonna creep through that door, but he looked over his shoulder after hearing the commotion. He sees the vat on fire and sighs and shakes his head and creeps back. Can I get to the specter? Is that in like?
Yep, you could
Okay.
get there at 30 feet.
And then
You
so
probably wouldn't be able to get away.
that's fine.
It'd be like your whole movement to get there, so you wouldn't.
Yeah, and he's engaged with old
Toby.
Toby, right? So okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume I can't steal the life of this thing because it's already a ghost.
It's
But
still a magical weapon.
it is a magical weapon. That's a good call, Morty.
You have advantage because he's in the fairy fire.
Exactly. You have advantage on your roll.
Fantastic.
Fairy Fire is great. It's my first time using it.
It is a really good spell.
Okay, so with advantage, we got an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20 will hit.
And Nacho was revealed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got to undo my because I put that red ring there to so I'm invisible. No, I'm invisible. I'm visible.
Uninvisible.
Yeah. Okay, then we're going to roll for damage, and then we're gonna do a little stabberoo there. So 18 total
Sneak attack.
damage, and then so for my bonus, okay, so I can't do any of that stuff. Wait, yeah. Wait, can I dash as a bonus action?
You can
No.
dash it as a bonus
But I
action,
take-
but since you're not disadvantaged, or disengaging, he would get an.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Nacho is kind of.
You could
Yeah.
dagger with your offhand if you wanted to do something with your bonus action.
I mean, I guess it's better than not doing anything. So, we'll go for it. with advantage still.
Yep, still advantage. As long as he's in the fire.
He's probably still got the -3 or whatever, but still
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah. Okay. So with the -3, another unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Old fashioned. Then we're gonna do another 6 damage.
6 damage, and that was, I'm gonna assume you used your.
I used the silver dagger.
Okay, so 6, and the first was 18.
Yep.
Right. All right. With a similar, well, this time you guys all see it happen, but Nacho kind of slices through the apparition twice, and you see just this bright light starting from the center of it, kind of burst forth out of its body, and you just see its form just dissipate into the air.
Yeah.
Nacho.
Yeah.
You got him.
Nacho appears, does that, and then he's very unhappy to see that there is a vat of, ale on fire, and that we gotta get that out before it blows up, and we all die.
Beer is inflammable.
Well, it still seems like it's something we should,
Of
we don't want
course.
also don't want the equipment to get destroyed, because then Morty can't make a bunch of ale, and we don't make a bunch of money.
Agreed.
So,
Drakaro, you're up.
I'm up. So there's no more bad guys that we can see right now.
No, but the
Uh,
fairy fire is still active, so this whole area is still lit up with Morty's spell.
is that a concentration thing that Morty did?
Yep.
Yeah, Drakaro's gonna I guess just ready in action. Just be looking around the room with his bow drawn and to see if he thinks there's any other bad guys, but he doesn't see or have any
I mean,
evidence of any others.
I mean, you've been attacked by one from right behind you twice.
Yeah, you got attacked.
Was it? Oh, okay. So. Oh, I thought the one
You-
that was attacking me was the one that I killed. That's why. There's one, but
Nope.
anyway. Okay.
No, so you were facing towards Morty and firing at the one that was next to Quarion.
Yeah.
While that was happening, you were feeling this icy claw raking across
Oh,
your
okay.
back.
Yeah, no. All right. I was thinking it was him just because I don't know. Okay. Then I guess Drakara would turn around and take a couple shots at wherever he would think the guy behind him came from, based off of
Yep.
that. All right. Let me see what this does. Actions. So still with disadvantage?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. 15.
That will hit.
For 7 damage.
And then okay. Yep.
And a follow-up shot.
Yep.
It would have been a nat 20, but a 21 because of disadvantage.
Yeah, that'll hit though.
Yeah, it will. This time for 6 damage, plus now it's wounded. Another 8.
Plus 14.
Ooh, an 8 on a 1d8.
Yeah, you.
That's pretty cool.
It is Toby's turn. Let me see. Can Toby see that happening? Toby does not see that happening. Toby just centers himself inside the fairy fire, and he has his weapons ready, and he's just looking around the room trying to see if any more are coming towards him. Aquarion, you're up. You saw Drakaro just whirl around, firing some shots into the air behind him. You did see that familiar kind of faint purple glow as the arrows passed through a form seemingly right next to Drakaro.
So Quarion would muster up all of his courage, then go stand behind Morty and cast Scorching Ray, where he saw
All right.
that outline.
Yep. Roll it with disadvantage.
None of the ghosts are visible right now, right?
Nope, not right now.
Okay. I'm gonna play into Corwin's fear of ghosts, and if he can see a ghost, I'm gonna make him frightened.
Okay.
Alright, so with the disadvantage. So a 10. Ugh, a 12.
Hit spam.
And an 11.
Only the 12 hits. You found the number.
7 damage.
7 damage. All right. You see, similar to what happened with Flarion's flame seed, it strikes, but it seems like the energy sort of dissipates on impact. It seemed pained by it, just given the sound that it makes, but it doesn't seem. It does. You do feel like the spell lost a little bit of its energy as it landed.
And Flareon would attack the same spot. Or
Yep.
is Toby's not fighting anyone right now, right? Toby and Nacho?
No, Toby's not. Toby's in the middle of the fairy fire, so you presumably would see something if it were near Toby at this point.
Nacho, you're not fighting anything right now, right?
Nacho is not fighting.
There's one behind Drakaro. He's fighting with.
He said it's with disadvantage, right?
Yep.
So Flareon super misses.
Yeah, Flareon misses. Oh, it's his turn. All right, Jakara, let's hope he doesn't go 3 for 3 on you. Oh, nat 1. He did not.
Can I have some temp HP back?
Yeah.
The spell healed me.
No, what I will say is that as it like shrieks in frustration and goes to attack you, its form kind of flares to light, and he is visible for a few seconds. So Morty, you're not gonna have disadvantage on your attack.
Oh,
Get him,
Listen.
Morty!
wasn't that nice? Morty's turn. Morty's gonna use he's gonna use Sacred Flame on it.
All right, that's a dex saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
What does that have to beat?
16.
16. You got a 15.
Excellent. And you take 13 radiant damage.
13 radiant damage will do it. So this time, as the beam of holy energy comes down from above, instead of bursting out with like a puff of energy, you just see the form sort of light up, and then it just kind of dissolves in front of you, Drakaro. Almost in sort of like a peaceful way. And that is it.
What were those things?
I don't know, mate. But how you feeling? You get injured? Quinn, put out this fire.
Yeah.
I'm on death's door, if we're being honest. I have 6 health and my max HP is 6, so I'm at full health.
Yeah,
So I
he's
guess I
looking.
feel fine.
Yeah, I'm at full health. I feel great. He is looking very weakened and decrepit at this point. He almost looks like smaller than he used to.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration on him with my necklace.
All right. Yep. So Drakaro, your maximum hit points have been returned to their normal maximum hit points.
Excellent.
You still only have 6 HP though.
Hope there's no more bad guys here.
You did
No, I
cast
have,
good berries
I
before,
know, I
so
got
you
I
should
got
have a
8 of them
handful
left,
left.
I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just pop the 8, cause why not? Get me up to 14. Could probably take one more hit.
Well,
What's your
I
max?
I can make good berries too if you need more HP.
Well, my max is only 29, so it's not like.
should we take a breather so he can
Uh,
get back up, or
No, I'm good.
Here,
Nacho, what'd
Jakaro,
you
take
find in the caves?
Jakaro, take 10 more good berries. I have plenty of first level slots.
All right. I'll
Plus,
eat
you have
10 more.
your Pearl of Power to
Yeah.
restore you if need be later on.
All right, I'm back up to 24. That'll do.
And I would have used
Alright, not-
my control flame to put out that fire.
All right. I think that's a good spot to stop for the evening.
Me too.
Killed some ghosts, got into the city.
Made some deals.
apparently Quarion's afraid of ghosts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was like a throwaway line, but I think I'm gonna lean into it.
I mean, it's canon now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving
Wait,
forward
wait.
throughout these sewers, I think I'm gonna snag that lantern off of Horvath.
Good idea.
Oh wow, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horvath is
We
standing
it's
in the door. with
And
his
I'm sure he wouldn't
lantern
mind if
unlit.
Drakaro was to check out that amulet.
yeah, at this point, should we just
That
say we just
super dope amulet that maxes out, you know.
Oh yeah.
Constitution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drakaro
Yeah.
could really use
Let's
that.
give that to Drakaro. Let's take all of his useful stuff, and if he does end up coming back, we can just give it back. Maybe.
I mean, I feel like he's gonna ride off into the sunset sooner than later.
He's gonna,
after we
he's
get
gonna
out of here.
retire. He's gonna hand us all his cool stuff and say, "See you later, boys."